Nate Bargatze, the Be Funny Tour.
I mean, Chuck E. Cheese is rough. I don't know if you've been there in a while. They look like they're trying to go to business and they can't.
All new material.
They filed for bankruptcy and they're still open. They called Blockbuster and they're like, how do you get out? We want out.
Nate Bargatze. Friday, May 31st, FedEx Forum. Tickets available at FedEx Forum box office or Ticketmaster.com. Produced by Outback Presents. Nate Bargatze, the Be Funny Tour.
There was some sad news coming out of the WWE. Michael Jones, also known as Virgil, passed away. He's a Virginia Union alum, so he graduated from an HBCU. He got his start in Memphis, right?
Oh, man, you're absolutely right. He started in Memphis in 1985.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Take your fandom to the next level with the official Grizzlies app. Go all access and behind the scenes.
It's got to be heavy defense. That's where it starts for us.
Personalized to where you are and who you are. Get easy access to ticketing, the game day guide, and your own app customization right at your fingertips. Upgrade your experience and download the Grizzlies app today.
Anticipate each challenge. Make a quick response. Capitalize on every opportunity. And win. Greatness won't wait. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by January 12th. And you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account and be entered into our Grizmas drawing. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
It's more fun to be there live to see the Memphis Grizzlies hit the court all season long. From the electricity in FedEx Forum to the highlight reel plays, there's nothing quite like Grizzlies basketball. As the official marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies, Ticketmaster gets you in with a huge selection of seats. So get off the couch and into the stands while you still can. Score tickets today at Ticketmaster.com. That's Ticketmaster.com.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Don't Worry, Be Fluffy World Tour.
The minute you get into a brand new relationship, like magic, you know who really notices just how happy you are, guys? Other women, not your woman. Look how happy he is. I bet I can change that.
Friday, May 10th, FedEx Forum. Get your tickets now at fluffyguy.com. Don't miss a Memphis Don't Worry, Be Fluffy World Tour.
I think we have the college basketball title futures. UConn's #1.
I really like Houston. I'd have them winning it all, but you can't be giving Drake jerseys. What is wrong with you?
Maybe the Drake curse is stronger in college basketball.
How long has he been riding with Kentucky?
He wore an Alabama jersey and Saban retired.
The Odds Couple with Rob Fisher, Lang Whitaker, John Roser, and CJ Hurt live Thursdays at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Now for a limited time, the new $1.99 crispy tender wraps are here at Sonic. Who could deny a crispy chicken tender with bold flavors like hickory barbecue and cheesy Baja? And we can't forget the crisp lettuce and melty cheese to make the perfect bite. Wrap yourself up with some TLC, tender, love, and chicken for only $1.99. Sonic $1.99 crispy tender wraps. Tax not included, limited time only at participating Sonic drive-ins.
Funny thing about gas, people constantly complain about the price of gas. Those same people that will complain about paying $2.80 for a gallon of gas
will drive right around the corner. Yeah,
$9 for a cup this big.
Yep, I am people.
Can you believe these gas prices? Give me a $12 cup of coffee.
I am those people.
It's wild out there, man.
The Gary Parrish Show, live weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show, presented by Caesars Sportsbook on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
GrindCityMedia.com. Chris Vernon Show. Welcome. It is the Wednesday, May 8th, 2024 edition of the show. Today on the show, there are two more NBA playoff games last night. We'll go through what took place in two different game ones. We'll get to all the news and notes of the day. Jessica Benson from the Jessica Benson Show joins us on Wednesdays. She will be here today. It is a Wednesday. It is dark and gloomy outside, but smile, let's do it. Turn it up! Everybody's having a good day. All right. Got a ton of stuff to get to. As I mentioned, Jessica Benson is going to join us later in the show. Before I get to anything, welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cologne Ranger, the Body Spray Bandit, Senior Sack, a.k.a. Johnny Backpole, Johnny Bearcat, the Grim Roser, John Asparagus, Johnny Netcarb, John Lance. He's Yogi Roser.
What up?
Hello, John.
Hello, Chris.
Devin Walker's here. He's the microphone mangler. Senor Quasadilla, Mr. Matt. Navojo. He's the reporter. He's the photographer. He serves.
A special shout out to the Louisiana Barbie herself, Angel Reese. She went from the Met Gala one night to busting the Liberty's ass last night. They won by 50 in a preseason game. I know preseason basketball doesn't matter sometimes, but 50... beating somebody by 50 in the first game.
How'd she play?
Shout out to the Chicago Sky. She had 13 points, 6 boards, I believe.
Okay.
But they beat the Liberty by 50 burgers.
Teresa Weatherspoon's not walking through that door for the Liberty.
But she's coaching the Sky, though.
Oh, she does? Revenge.
She's coaching the Sky, though.
Revenge
game.
So
of all the things. Okay, here's one thing. Oh, before we get into it, because I know we will forget. What were you going to mention that you said, I want to save it for the show?
No. We're going to start talking about the playoffs.
Later.
We're going to start talking about the playoffs, and it's going to come out.
It's just going to come out.
It's going to come out.
Okay?
There you go. Yeah.
First question of the day.
Yeah.
We need to have a dialogue, guys.
Dialogue. Let's talk.
When did Luka Doncic turn into Dylan Brooks with less defense?
Oh.
Because it's a thing.
Yeah, it's a
Somebody texted me or tweeted me last night, and they said, he's pulling a Dylan.
Cute.
He's taking the most three-pointers, yet shooting the worst percentage.
Yeah.
And I said, I've lived this life. I did not expect it to be from one of the greatest players on earth.
Right.
But it's happening.
It's happening.
It's happening right before our eyes. Dude.
He also doesn't know what team he plays. He's throwing the ball
I
to the
get
other
his
team.
knee is bulky. He was terrible.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. I killed them.
Doesn't know who he's throwing the ball
attacked on
to.
defense and bad on offense. It was just crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, hold on now. How is this so? And I get it. He wasn't shooting a high percentage against the Clippers, but I mean, the Clippers, look, It's the third time you faced them in the playoffs with a lot of the same components.
Yeah.
Right? They know. If anybody knows how they want to attack you on offense and defense, when it comes playoff time, it's the Clippers. It's a trilogy. They've played 3 times. Okay? And he shot less than 40% from the field. He shot less than 30% from 3. But Kyrie was great. Other guys stepped up, and that was that. Watching him last night was just bizarre. Yeah. You know, my whole thing was he's the advantage here. He's the one that's going to be able to control this game, control the tempo. And then as the game unfolds, you're watching him and you're like, holy mackerel, is he bad right now?
Yeah. Horrible.
And
shout out Lou Dort, though, too, bro, because Lou Dort was...
Of course. And the torture chamber.
Attached to him everywhere he went.
For sure.
So, yeah.
But it was shockingly bad.
Yeah.
And they're just like, look, when the team is built around one player, that one player has to be amazing. He's the thing.
Don't be bad. You can be all right. You just can't be
he's
bad.
the thing, though.
Yeah.
Well, as you get deeper into the playoffs, you're inevitably going to be playing better opponents.
Yeah.
And they are. And that they also have wing defense. Jalen Williams, outstanding defender. Obviously, Dort, outstanding defender. They even bring guys off the bench that are certainly tenacious. Casey Wallace can defend you. Even Aaron Wiggins will get out there and give you minutes and defend you. And it's like, that's on one side. But, like, none of the things that you would think are Dallas's advantage took place. And the biggest is that Luka Doncic can be the best player on the floor. And he wasn't. He wasn't one of the best 9 players on the floor. Like, so, like, when you were saying, like, okay, fine, he does that to be amazing. Like, he wasn't by any means amazing in the Clipper series. So, to your point, but he at least has to be good.
Yeah,
or at least inefficiently putting up numbers.
Yeah.
And it's like, you watched him last night, and you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, all my opinion was based on him being Luka Doncic. And this is, who is this?
Yeah, right.
Because this is
imposter.
This is an imposter. Yeah. Right? I feel like Scooby-Doo needs to run out there and pull off the mask, and it's Dylan. What are you doing?
We've seen this before, bro. We've seen them step backs before, bro.
He's in the Luka outfit.
Yeah, we've seen him in
Watch this. Step back.
Brick.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, it looked like that knee maybe had been bothered because he got to the post a couple times.
Yeah.
Like he got a little like left block, but he was getting frustrated too, bro. I don't know. If he just does that.
Well, yeah, like when he heard it again, and then he drove on that next play.
Yeah,
and he got fouled, shot it, and then he just went like behind the goal and just kind of sat there for a second.
Yeah.
Like, gosh.
So I'm going to give Philip credit for sending me this. Luka is currently Dylaning the Mavericks. Dylaning, an adjective.
Add it to the dictionary.
Shooting the most threes while making the lowest percentage. At least Dylan wasn't hunted on every defensive possession. The Mavs need to sit him until his knee's better. Shish.
I mean, the thing is, look, he gonna come back.
They did it with Kawhi.
Yeah. But yeah, bro.
I just don't even know what to make of that because it's like, is that a one-off? And he's going to bounce back and they're going to bounce back. Like, you talk about those 50-50 balls. You talk about, like, fighting, scratching, clawing. Oklahoma City did all of that. Now, we do have to remember, Dallas got absolutely punked just like that in game one of the Clippers
That's
series.
what I was saying. Game one of the Clippers.
And then, remember, I came in here and I said, Jason Kidd went in there and called them every name under the sun, and they came out and played with, like, everybody can always, it can sound trite, but it's like play with force, throw the first punch, be physical. And that's where Dallas would have its advantage, right? You got more vets. You got more grown men.
Yeah.
It's like, punk them out. Make them toss the ball around.
0-5 in game ones under Jason Kidd. They've won of the 4 previous series. They've won 3 of the 4 game 2s.
And it's like, it's like they are this weird team that, like, feels it out in game 1. And then responds in game 2.
I think Kyrie also, if you heard his post game, he laid a little groundwork for game.
He did. You see the SGA stuff?
He laid a little bit. He said, we just came off this series against the Clippers that was incredibly physical and a lot of contact. And we came out here in game one, and it just felt like
a regular season game.
Nobody could get in the flow. We're just sitting at the free throw line. People
They really were sitting at the free throw line. The refs demolished
the
that
second
game.
quarter, bro.
There's no flow to it.
Okay.
No, there was no flow. What was the total? It's got to be over 40.
Free throws?
Total free throws?
Take a guess.
Oh, you know Roser got it off the top.
I'll say 44.
Well, you'd be wrong.
More than 44 free
48?
throws?
You'd be wrong.
50.
53.
Jesus. I mean,
53
do it,
free
Roser.
throws.
Do your bit.
Do it.
53 free
How many
throws.
minutes are in a game, Roser?
There are 48 minutes in a basketball game.
Yes.
There should never be more free throws than minutes played in the game. There should never be more fouls than minutes played in the game. No fan has ever paid for a basketball ticket and said, you know what I want to see tonight? Fouls and free throws.
Which is so crazy considering they haven't been calling anything for 3 months.
I know.
Nothing.
And then last night happened. It's like, what is this?
SGA, his honey mustard dipped ass started initiating contact, and they're blowing the whistle every time. He shot 7 free throws in the second quarter alone.
I wish TA was in here today to see that fit.
7 free throws in the like, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, I know y'all love him, but like, come on, bro. What we doing, bro? Like, Jalen Williams shot 6 free throws in the second quarter. He ain't like, what are we doing? And Luka and Kyrie 2. Like, come on, bro.
Dude, okay.
Come on.
Okay, let's put the. And there are 12 minutes in the second quarter, correct? 12 minutes.
Yeah.
There were 26 free throws taken in the second quarter.
Who wants to watch that?
Nobody wants to watch that.
Oklahoma City fans was love watching this last night.
No.
It took them 30
even when it's been on favoring our side.
It took them
honestly,
it took them 36 minutes to play 12
and you know
minutes
what? I get to come by this honest because you guys will remember. I absolutely hated the Grizzlies-Minnesota series for this very reason.
So many free throws.
So many.
And I did not care who got screwed if the Grizzlies took more or Minnesota took more. It was the fact that there were no flow to any of those games. It was unwatchable considering it was a playoff series. It just was not fun. And so I bitched about it literally every day. And we had things interspersed. We had a Ja game winner. We had Ja, sending Malik Beasley to an early grave. And we had some moments. We had Tyus Jones hitting the huge 3.
Mm-hmm.
But that series, and I tweeted about this a lot, was absolutely marred by the officials. You never felt like the players got to decide that in a real way. You had Jaren in foul trouble. You had Towns in foul trouble. You had, it was like that. It was stop, stand at the free throw line. The games took forever. There was no up and down. You never got 4 consecutive possessions. And it's one of the things that we've loved about the last couple of months of the NBA is they've just swallowed the whistles, and sometimes it's come back to haunt them. But you watched. I mean, that Philly and New York thing was warfare.
Yeah. Even the Clippers, Dallas too. They were bumping. You know what I'm saying?
And then you watch last night, and it's like, what is this? And the other thing is, it's hard to get in the flow. Also, when there's not up and down basketball like that. The other thing is, they came out of, to your point about Kyrie's comments, they came out of a really hard series. And I told you this was so with New York. Same thing. They're very lucky they did not get caught playing the way they did the other night. But it was not hand-to-hand combat like it was in the Sixers. And it just felt like they were having fun getting to run up and down the score and try to outscore somebody. Yeah. Nobody's really playing defense. Seriously, they both shot over 50% in the game. That is just not Knicks basketball.
It was like Rucker Park, low key.
Yeah. And that's where I missed on the Celtics Cavs. I thought maybe the Celtics, because they had the time off, that they'd be a little lax. But no, the Cavs came off the 7-game series and the physical stuff. And
they still can't score.
They're horrible, bro.
They can't score.
I didn't say the Cavs were going to win the series.
Donovan's the only person that can actually.
I did not say the Cavs were going to win that series. I don't think they will.
You picked them last night, and they lost by 40.
Well, it was like 12-13 for a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
You could tell.
Then it was 25. Then it was 40.
He was talking about the first quarter.
Yeah.
At the end of the first quarter, I think Boston had over 40. I'm not kidding.
And Jason Tatum,
43?
I got you. Hold on, give me a
and
second.
Jason Tatum shot like 5 of 17. Like they still
They
didn't
had
win by
40 in the first quarter.
They had 40, and then they scored, 19 in the second?
Second quarter, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm watching that game, and I'm like, and because they were not killing the Cavs at the end of the first quarter. What was it, a 6 or 8 point game?
Yeah, a 6-point game in the first quarter.
Oh, 40-34.
Yep.
I said to myself as I was watching this, buddy, you want to play like this, you're going to get run out the building because you cannot keep scoring with them.
Nope. You can't.
You can't.
Donovan's the only one that's there for it.
You better drag this thing into the mud. It's the only chance you've got. And then they did in the second quarter. And I was like, all right, you're down 10, but you drug the thing into the mud, and so if you could play a couple more, if you could play these 19 to 16 quarters, and get them to miss, and you've got Tatum off, you might could have a chance. I mean, you're going to need Don to be outrageous, but, bro, no. It devolved right back into, because here's the biggest problem. Their defense is really good in the half court. It's a really good half court defense.
Cavs.
The Cavs, yes.
Yeah, because they got lean.
It's hard to score on. Orlando found that to be true in the game in that game 7. They're half court, and both defenses. Orlando's defense is really good in the half court. They got a lot of size. They got a lot of length, and they communicate well, and it's a good game plan, and they're good at it. They're connected. The problem is, you don't get to set up in the half court when you can't make a shot. So now we're playing pace and space, and you're smoked.
Yeah, because I feel
it's hard to see a scenario unless they would have to hold. They would have to hold I would say the only scenario in which Cleveland can win a game is holding Boston to 107 or less. That's your only chance, I'm saying. That you might be able to get to 108.
You need
something.
You need
but
a big
anything other than that.
Well, you have
if
the
we're playing in the 110s or 120s, you're never winning that game.
You have the Miami game.
Huh?
You have the Miami game 2 game.
When Miami hit all the threes.
Everybody hits threes.
You need Garland to hit some shots, bro.
But they also held Boston to what, under 100?
It was 110 to 100 or something like that.
I got you.
I'm saying
111, 101.
Okay, 101. So that's what I'm saying. You're getting in the 110s. If Boston's in the 110s or 120s or 130s, obviously you're smoked.
Yeah,
you can't play at that rate. You're going to have their number because you don't have a chance at scoring 100. I mean, you just told me that game 2 that Miami, we think back of that game and we're like, that was one of the greatest.
They broke a record and they only scored 111.
It's one of the greatest 3-point shooting games we've ever seen.
Yeah.
And they scored 111.
Yeah.
That's the only mode of operation.
It's not even when you look at it, the Celtics in that game, I was like, the Celtics just shoot terrible, and they do not.
Bro.
No.
They shot 46 from the field, that's fine. And they shot 37.5 from 3 in that game. It was just Miami was so much better.
And turnovers.
Yeah, I feel bad for Donovan because Donovan seems like he's the only one that's there for it. Yes. The rest of them are just you know what I'm saying?
We're here.
We're here. But Don's like, yo, because he hit a 3, I think, in the third quarter. And he was flexing, and I'm like, bro, you're the only one that wants to fight.
I haven't looked, but I'm going to, my guess, I have no idea on the Dallas, Oklahoma City thing, but my guess would be that I got to go pull shot quality. I'm going to bet you that Boston destroyed them in that too.
Oh, yeah, they were shooting wide open trades everywhere.
Dude, Derek White?
Yeah, Derek White.
No, why does no one talk about how good he is?
Shout out Keenan Allen. Shout out Keenan.
Why does nobody talk about why does nobody talk about how nobody talks about Derek White?
Because he looks like a thumb, that's why.
Man.
He looked like an Esther sketch.
A thumb.
You know the Esther sketch? You shake the thing? That's what he looked like.
That's rude.
He looked like an Esther sketch, bro.
Derek White like that.
Yeah, that's what he looked like.
Okay,
bro.
Boston 120, Cleveland 95.
He is freaking good. God, he's good.
Oh wow, 120 to 95. Shot quality. Boston 114, Cleveland 108.
Okay.
Wow. How about that?
But what shot quality cannot account for...
More competitive than what we would have imagined.
What they cannot account for is Cleveland has one dog, and Donovan Mitchell, and nothing.
It's just one dog, bro.
And nobody else is really built for it yet.
Like,
you know?
the rest of them are just like, yo, we're just happy to be here. DG is horrible.
Tristan Thompson's still playing basketball.
Yeah, he getting cardio out there. I saw him. I said,
there
what
is no number yet on. There's no number yet on the Oklahoma City on that game 1. I don't see it yet.
Okay. Hey, I just thought about this too. We watched that Minnesota Denver series, and they were pushing Jamal Murray around, physicality. I feel like the only series so far they've like just blown the whistle is that Oklahoma City, Dallas. Like, they were allowing like them to beat Jamal Murray up, bro.
There was
beat Jokic up.
Of course,
but if you like touch SGA is.
A lot of people feel that way about Brunson as well.
We'll see how the whole series goes. There were a couple of those Knicks Sixers games where it's like, dude, these free throw numbers are getting ridiculous.
Just like let them hoop.
But
let them hoop. As we want to watch playoff basketball.
People want to see.
Yeah.
Let them get in the flow.
Make them earn it.
Yeah, make them earn
Make
it.
them earn it.
Let the players decide the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the wise man once said.
The more and the more you watch, like now, for 5 straight days or whatever it is, 3 days off, Denver's just sitting there having to watch like people fawn over the highlights of Minnesota and whatever, and like every time they pop up on my timeline, I'm like, my God,
it's a good reset.
It's just hard to see.
Yeah,
you can't wait to see how they respond to it.
Yeah,
because when you watch the clips from the last game, you're like, what are you gonna do about this? Like, seriously. And you know what? I was talking to you guys before we went on the air about Rondo. Somebody pulled some clip from like earlier in the spring, and Rondo was talking about Denver and about Jokic, and they were like, you know, he's probably going to win his 3rd MVP or whatever. This was during the season, and one of the things he said, they were like, what would you do against Jokic? Because of course everybody always wants to pick Rondo's brain because the guy is like, by all accounts, a true basketball savant, like real savant. So they're asking him, they're like, hey, what would you do against Jokic? And he said, I think, he goes, you know, the last time that somebody had like real success against him, he goes, we had Dwight and we had Anthony Davis and we had another 7-footer, and JaVale McGee. He's like, so we had 3 7-footers, and he said, and that's why Minnesota would have the best chance because they've got Gobert, they've got Towns, they've got Lasry, they've got big guys to be able to stand behind him, and also guys like Capester on the other side. And so and then he went on the soliloquy about how that Lakers team and about what they had and how they were equipped to deal with him, and then brought up Minnesota. Now, so this is not like Johnny come lately, like saying this after we've seen it. This was him saying this in the spring.
Yeah.
Like if there is a team, and this is from him coming from the perspective of when we had success against Jokic, we had this. And this is what you need. And you know who knows that better than anyone? And it's why, you know, you look and you go, oh, geez. Tim Conley.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
The guy that built them. Who would know what gives them problems better than?
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about it all the time when it comes to, you know, the way when you see coach and you see, you know, mentor and pupil situations.
Yeah.
You see this a lot in football. You see this a lot. And sometimes it's even more than mentor and pupil. It is that the guy actually worked for the other team. Who have the Grizzlies had outsized success against of the great teams? Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You think that's coincidence?
Yeah.
Taylor knows Giannis. Taylor knows Brooke. Taylor knows Middleton. He was with them every day. Every day.
Yeah.
He was with those guys. And so he knows exactly what they want to do. He knows exactly where they're best. You know, you see this a lot when it comes to, you know, in football as well. especially when you see like somebody that like used to be the offensive coordinator somewhere or whatever. Like they know the 5 throws that quarterback does not want to have to make. I was with him. I'm with the guy every day. I know what he can and can't do. You know what I mean? Like, I know this guy like the back of my hand. And it's like when you see Tim Conley then building this and everybody going crazy about the Gobert thing. Now, the crazy thing is they didn't have Gobert and it didn't matter.
Yeah.
They didn't have Gobert and it didn't matter.
It's because, I mean,
that's what makes it scary.
I think the second part that Rondo brought up is the reason why they have some success. So I found a clip, too. He said, where I just had it. Where'd it go? He said the big thing about Jokic is you say you attack him on both ends. Put him in pick and rolls. Put him in pin downs. Put him in every action.
Yep.
Like, if you put him in every action, make him think on defense, that kind of that takes away, don't take away, but like lessens him on the offensive side.
Well, and here's the thing. Everybody has been focused on Minnesota and how freakish their defense has been. Because, obviously, look, you hold somebody to 80, that's going to be the thing that stands out, okay? I was reading this article yesterday. They have by far the number 1 offense in the playoffs. And I saw John Schumann say that effective field goal percentage, throughout history when we're keeping up with the playoffs, and this has been true of virtually every team, and is true of 15 of 16 NBA playoff teams this year. Your effective field goal percentage as a team, which is taking into account, what you're shooting from 2s and 3s, right? Your effective field goal percentage goes down. Why? Playoffs, different game. Team is only preparing for you, what you want to do, and your actions, and your personnel, and everything else. Minnesota is the only team in the NBA whose offense has gotten significantly better in the playoffs. Every other team's gotten worse.
That's crazy.
Wow. They were 17th or 18th, roughly, in the regular season. They're first on defense by a wide margin.
Yeah, of course. That's not a shocker.
They, as Tony Allen would always say, they hang their hats on the defensive end, right? Yeah. They're number 1 by a wide margin in offense in the playoffs. Like, what happened? Right? We had a large sample size of them being 17th or 18th.
Yeah.
That they were like a middle of the pack at best
it's interesting
offense, and now they're the best. They're averaging and they played Phoenix, obviously, who's not exactly the 04 Pistons, and they're playing against Denver now, but they're averaging like 120 something, whatever. And one of the answers is offensive rebounding. Their offensive rebounding percentage is freakish.
So they're getting a lot of second
obviously
shots.
they demolished Phoenix.
Yeah.
It wasn't as stark in game 1 against Denver. But obviously your numbers are going to be contingent upon what you did in the first round as well. Mm-hmm. And they just pummeled.
Because I was going to say, because like their half-court offense isn't like all that. Like, is it? I don't watch it, and I'm like, it ain't like, you know what I'm saying?
And yet their offense has been otherworldly.
Yeah. Like you said, the offensive rebounds make sense. That makes sense. Second shots.
Offensive rebounding, and it's but like throughout the season, they were a middle of the pack offense, and now they're 1.
Yeah. We even said, bro, we watched them. We were like, bro, I don't know how they're gonna get shots off.
How do you have the best offense? Like, what?
You play good. You got easy shots in transition off defense. You know what I'm saying?
Well, obviously they've got the superstar who's killing it and is doing it efficiently.
Yeah.
Right? And if they miss, they get the ball.
So Towns back has helped.
I will say, speaking of him, I know we goof on him all the time, and I found this stat.
Been great.
He's been awesome.
Like, not even offense, but on defense against Jokic. And I found this. They said somebody posted a stat a while back that Cavs won if you look back and throughout history, Cavs won the toughest matchups for Jokic. Because usually Jokic just look over you, bump you, and you just, they said Cavs won the ones when he bumps you, and he's same size, mobility-wise, he can move. So I know we clown him, but he's been doing a good job on Jokic, bro.
Especially when he's trashed Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Who, was one of the top 4 or 5 vote getters for Defensive Player of the Year.
It's weird how that works, how some players just, like, Anthony Davis is better than Karl Anthony Towns. Anthony Davis is a better defensive player than Karl Anthony Towns.
I think the mobility,
But
the mobility
matchup
thing.
is just
The
He's
mobility
more
thing.
comfortable on the perimeter.
Yeah, he wants to move around more than AD does.
It's almost like a super size. Like sometimes the smaller guys that could really get under Jokic would give him more of a problem than the bigger guys because he's, Jokic is way quicker than he gets credit for.
Oh, yeah.
It's not slow. His moves are quick. And they actually say, like when they do those tracking things, he does not run slow.
No, he just
does the
he
weird.
looks like it's difficult. He looks
like he's
having a
hurting.
hard
But they
time.
say he's not slow.
He's like he does the arm
He
stuff. to
looks
make it
like
look
it's a
he runs.
struggle for him to run.
I know,
He's
but
like-
you would never think. But they're like, he can win a race.
Yeah.
Oh, you see the Denver
Like he's
post.
not slow.
Denver posts videos of him all the time sprinting, like full sprint.
And then he's not slow.
He's flying, bro.
I know. He does not look like the kind of guy that could be fast.
You gonna make me mess around and find his top speed?
Oh, speaking of, hey, by the way, when we're talking about the Jokic thing and how freaky athletic he is, that he is running fast, bro, how mad did football players get yesterday?
Dude, they were in their feelings.
I wonder.
So in their feelings.
This is a good case study. I wonder if it would not have been Austin Reeves.
Rivers?
Oh, yeah. Oops. If it would not have been Austin Rivers, if it would have been a different reaction.
Like Braun or somebody?
Correct.
Well, Braun played football, so.
But he said that I could take 30 NBA guys and put them in the NFL, and you could never take 30 NFL guys. And NFL guys got mad about it.
Like big mad.
Oh, really mad. Posting videos and defending their turf. And then he went like, did you see the full clip? The full clip on the McAfee show, it's like way worse.
Oh, no.
Because I'm like, okay, he said the quiet part out loud, but it's probably true. I mean, come on. David Roddy was literally recruited to be behind Josh Allen. David Roddy's going to be lucky to play out the first contract. I had a scout tell me one time Matt Barnes was the best receiver he ever saw in his life. Tony Allen told a story about how they lied about his name so that he could go out on the football field. He scored 6 touchdowns, and it was in the newspaper because they used a fake name, which hilariously was Antonio Brown at the time. They called him Antonio Brown. He scored 6 touchdowns in the game, and college recruiters started showing up asking who the 6'4" tight end was.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, these guys are – there's only 400 of them.
Yeah, you don't got no job that you're doing right now, so go ahead.
No, this is J.J. Watt.
Yeah.
J.J. Watt, Will Compton. I saw all of them. Chris Long.
Yeah.
A lot of guys got like super fit. And look, there is a level of toughness.
You got to be a little off to play football, bro.
There's
For
a level
sure.
of
Look,
physicality.
you gotta, like,
There's
a
a level of physicality
that they don't want.
It's a little loose.
Yeah.
You got to be a little loose up there.
But I will tell you also that, like, I even see it now on the lower level with my son and even, now it's coming across that it's going to be my daughter as well, as she is involved in sports. Especially once you get to, like, it's already happened to him in junior high, right? These kids are already specializing in basketball. And I'm telling you, I've seen them all. They're the best. And if you put them on the football field, they'd be the best. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, I think
now,
it's probably,
trust me,
Hey, look.
I'm telling
Yeah,
you, the
it's
best
probably-
I was playing on the basketball team.
I was
but
really
that
good
could
at
also
football,
go-
bro. I was like, no cap, I was really good at football. I don't want to like I was really, really good at football. Like I played quarterback. They used to do little running plays. I used to take off. The moment I got blindside hit one time, I told my dad, "Yo, where's the court at? We're staying on the court."
There is a mentality thing,
Yeah.
right? There's a mentality thing that you would have to have, right? But
So
you can't tell me. Yeah,
But that does have to factor into it.
Yeah, you got to factor
There's
the part
a
where you
reason
get.
But
I know
I'm
you
saying
get your
head
he
knocked
didn't
off.
say 150. He said
Yeah.
30.
So that's
Yeah.
like the top of the top athletes.
Not only that, the top of the top, and they're drawing from 60 countries to get the best ones in the NBA.
Yeah. That stuff when
Yeah.
you get hit ain't no joke, bro.
So who would? Let's say who in the NBA comes off your mind that you think would?
Zion!
Zion?
What
Yeah.
are we talking about?
He said Zion off the rip.
I told you when we had Jarrell Martin. I'm like, bro, he should be a Panther.
Right. I would say Jerome Martin's not built for that.
What?
The NFL.
The physicality, I don't know.
You have to factor in the. It's the same.
I got you.
You can tell me
Yeah.
LeBron James is awesome at basketball, is awesome in high school. I do not think LeBron James.
You know,
has
they
the
told me he was
physicality
amazing
of
in
the
football. They told me Bruce Brown was amazing in football.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want to fight about this. Here's what I'm going to tell you.
It's a pointless. It's
a pointless argument. But I will tell you this.
It's funny as hell, though. I ain't gonna lie, because they really get into it on Twitter.
And look, maybe they wouldn't make it to the NFL, but the NFL's got 53 roster spots too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There are guys on NFL rosters. Come on.
Lou Dort can
Ben
pop.
DiNucci played starting quarterback on Monday Night Football for my team.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me there is not somebody in the NBA better than Ben DiNucci. I refuse.
On all days, man. Ben DiNucci got released today.
Yeah, he got released today. Yeah, he got released
By
today.
the Broncos.
Bro. Yeah.
Sorry. He said,
they packed him up, bro.
it's part of the journey.
Yeah.
You know the only reason he's on the Broncos, right?
Why?
Sean Payton?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the same school.
Oh, yeah.
They all come from this. Like, they all have, like, these some kind of.
It's the Jimmy Garoppolo school, right?
No, it's not. Is it? He's actually from, like, some other school. DiNucci, isn't he?
Ben DiNucci, let's see.
He's not from the Romo school.
Dude,
Romo and Garoppolo were from.
Ben DiNucci played at James Madison.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he also, but he played for Mike McCarthy's like brother.
Yeah, he went to Pitt and then
growing
James
up.
Madison.
I'll make sure.
Yeah. But like Isaiah Stewart, then
Like,
you find like
Lou Dort, I think he'd be with it.
They told me Bruce Brown was awesome at football. So here's what I'm going to tell you. There are very few that played football in high school, okay? Like, they're now specializing.
Yeah.
You find me an NBA player's high school football highlights, and you will be blown away.
Oh, it's insanity.
Yeah.
Like, even like the
You know who played quarterback in high school? You remember Jordan Adams?
Yeah.
You can find his highlights on YouTube in Atlanta. He was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Jordan Adams lasted what? 2 years, 3 years here, and then he's got, the injuries or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, you're not gonna find some NBA guy who has high school football highlights. Any of them that played were amazing.
Well, I think a lot of them probably
Yeah.
were. There are guys.
I just told
high
you Matt
level.
Barnes was the best.
Yeah.
A guy told me he would be in the Hall of Fame.
You might not be able to find it because once they found out
Yeah.
they couldn't do it, they probably said, I'm out here. I'm out of this.
The first time I ever heard about LeBron James was as a football player.
Yeah, I
Ant was a football player, too. Ant was a.
Tell me Anthony Edwards couldn't play.
Yeah.
Jalen Suggs.
Jalen Suggs is freakish.
He was awesome in both.
Yeah, he was amazing in both.
He was awesome in both. He could have played
Iverson
either
was
one
the
of them.
Number one quarterback in the country.
Yeah, I would bet you there are guys in the NFL that if you go back and look, they were
Bro,
awesome at high
no.
school basketball
You see,
too.
what's that receiver that played for the
These
Bengals?
guys are insane athletes.
Is it T. Higgins? Bro.
These
If
guys-
you see T. Higgins, you saw that?
No, you
on
didn't
the
see
timeline?
you didn't see the Drake May ones?
I said,
Yeah, like,
bro,
these
what?
guys
Drake
are
May was amazing.
Yeah, like these guys are freak
I'm not-
athletes.
and I'm not saying that there are.
And
look,
what if they would have specialized in it? Like,
that's the fair point.
Yeah, what if
maybe
would've-
they
But
just
what I'm
prefer,
saying
I
is,
wanted to play
if
football
we just
instead.
logically say these athletes that are in the NBA, and there's a lot more jobs in the NFL.
there are
a
a
lot
lot
more.
more
Yeah,
jobs.
there's
in
a lot
the
more
NFL.
spots.
There's a lot more
But
spots.
Mo Alley Cox is still playing in the NFL. He never played football. Ever.
Yeah.
In life.
Antonio Gates was a basketball
Yeah,
player.
and they try to get your boy to
And
play.
he turned into
Mo
the
Alley
greatest tight end
Cox
ever.
is still an NFL tight end and a good one.
Yeah,
He had never played football. He was a center for Marquette.
yeah.
I mean,
They try to do that thing with the dude at
Antonio
Baylor.
Gates is the poster.
Yeah, he is.
Antonio
Find
Gates
a
is the
football player
poster.
that's never played basketball and then put him in the NBA. Like, it's impossible.
I mean,
what are
it
we doing?
It depends on how physically
Stop.
you're going to let the game be.
Stop.
You ever play
football-
basketball against a
you
football
ever,
player?
you ever hooped
It's
against
the
a football?
worst.
They might hurt you for real.
It's a different
No, I
level
got
of
you.
Full
physicality.
speed. Y'all, I just sent y'all a clip with
Like,
T.
you just
Higgins.
get
If
out
you
of-
haven't seen that joint.
No, C.J. Stroud was amazing at basketball as
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
right? But I mean, The guys that are the absolute best of the best is what we're talking about.
Yeah. I think they're
top
both,
1%ers, baby.
I think they're both amazing athletes in both professional sports. Like it's free. Like to me, it is freaky when you watch offensive linemen and defensive tackles. When you see how fast those guys run 40s, it's like, bro, how are you 330 pounds running 4.7
Look, this T. Higgins, bro. It's in Nashville. Like, what
oh my God.
This man, bro. Look at this. What is going on?
Yeah, like
what is going on? Is this Murfreesboro?
Probably. Unbelievable.
Like, come on, bro.
Freaky.
Yeah, it's some
The
crazy, some
difference is
freakish
in
athletes.
basketball, typically, like you have to be like tall, and usually basketball, it's like it's really tall guys. You don't have to be 6'4" to play in the NFL.
Nah.
Like corners are like 5'10".
As long as you're a good athlete, you
And
can
if
change.
you're- and if you're-
You see, who was it? Was it PFT last night said when he was just making jokes, obviously,
Yeah.
but he was talking about have Wemby block kicks. And I was like, don't act like Wemby couldn't block a kick.
Just,
Dude,
yeah, that's no physicality. Just stand up,
What
put your
if
hands in
you-
there.
Dude.
What if an NFL? It's all joking, but what if they went and what if you could find like a 7'7" guy, and it's the only thing he did,
just blocking kicks,
and no one could ever make a kick because you were just standing there like that.
and you jump.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about jumping on top of the line or the boost that they give you the penalty
Clay,
for.
so out of those four, who do you think is the best athlete? Steph, probably? Like, just per athlete. Out of them four. Probably Steph. Steph ain't really a jumper, though.
I might say
it's a skill.
I might
Mahomes.
say Kelsey.
Oh,
Yeah, I give it Kelsey. I'm going to have to give
The
it Kelsey,
tight
too.
ends are
I bet
like-
Mahomes was a major. He's a baseball kid too, though.
Oh, he was.
You got to remember, his
He
dad was in the major leagues.
He was a baseball kid.
No, he sucks.
Mahomes is amazing at everything.
He's
he
good
does.
at everything he does.
Everything, especially when he's down 10. He's
Against the 49ers in
he's
the
a
Super Bowl.
turd.
That's his
Yeah.
favorite place to be, Rose. You know
his
that?
favorite place to be.
You know? You know he loves to be.
Why did y'all post that picture? Who did that?
Anyway, I'll let Austin Rivers take all the heat.
Oh, he was getting destroyed, bro.
But it's not a crazy statement.
No,
it's not.
Forget that, but you know what I want to see?
It's not a crazy statement.
Forget, you could put, if you were to do like top 5-on-5 All-Star game maybe, I really want to see, forget the two athletes. I want you to get the best of the best and put them against the Joes again. Let the people that be talking crazy go against the pros. That's what I want to see.
The pros versus Joe.
I need that back.
Yeah, I mean, look,
I
all
want
these.
that back.
I get defending your turf. So anyway, when I told you that the clip got crazier, what I was surprised by is because the NFL players all latched on to how pissed they were saying that 30 guys could play in the NFL.
Yeah.
Even though there are 1,500 jobs, shut up. 30 guys could. Okay, stop. That's not ludicrous.
We didn't say they're gonna start.
Yeah, they can
They
put some pads on.
Can you play special teams?
He said football guys get basketball guys leftovers when it comes to girls.
Who said that?
Austin Rivers on that same interview.
Bro, why is that not the viral clip?
I know.
That's more viral than the other thing.
I swear to God.
Are you serious?
See if you can find it, Jalen. If there's an elongated
Hold
clip
on.
of it, of Austin Rivers talking about yes, dude. He got so fired up, he was like, I could take 30 guys, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, it's just the difference between football and basketball guys. He's like, you see it? Football guys get the girls that the basketball guys don't want or something. I was like, oh, my God.
I mean, he
Oh
might
my
have
God.
more of a point on that one.
Oh, my
'Cause
God.
Football players,
Oh, my God.
yeah, that's a tough one. Because football players play with helmets, first of all. And two, I got a homeboy. I'm not going to say his name. He go to clubs in Nashville and say he play for the Titans, and girls believe it. So, you
They don't know.
You can't go to a club in Memphis and be like, I play for the Grizzlies, bro.
Well, last year you could.
You got a point. You got a point. You for sure could.
You know Timmy Allen was told to shut the F up. He's like, I play for the Grizzlies. They're like, who are you? I'm Timmy Allen. You know Timmy Allen on the Grizzlies? What's wrong with
You ain't John Morant, I don't know who you are. But no, hey, that may be more of a thing. I think that's more of a. He might be right on that one. Cause I got a couple homies.
Aren't you surprised that would not be more?
Yes.
Yes, because of the pride thing.
Correct.
Hell yeah.
All the NFL players were arguing about being an NFL player and about how these wussies couldn't even take training camp, which might be true.
Might be true.
Might be true.
Might be true.
I mean, I've been to a training camp. It's friggin' violent, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
They might be able to now, though. They don't allow them to hit as much anymore.
I'm only talking about if they specialized in this and they had that mentality.
Yeah.
We're just talking about athletes. The best athletes are in the NBA. I'm sorry. They just are.
The only ones that might be able to handle it would be like the Miami Heat or the Knicks.
But like
they might be able to handle it. But like
I'm
tough enough to handle it.
I mean, I was down. I went and covered Colts Titans training camp years ago, and then they went and they did like a scrimmage basically in the stadium, and I went to it. And at that point, I was down on the sidelines, and it was the first time in my life. This is probably, Manning was there, so, and Edgerrin James, early 2000s, probably like 2001 or 2, probably, something like that. It was the first time I'd ever been on an NFL sideline, because it was a scrimmage thing, and there weren't that many media there. So they'd given me a pass, and I was down on that sideline, and again, you got to remember, this isn't even this is just training camp, scrimmage. And when I tell you, there was, I'm probably, I don't know, I'm like at the probably 10 or 15 yard line. I'm probably 10 yards back from the sideline.
Yeah.
And whether it was Edgerrin James or one of those guys, came running down the side, and maybe it was Keith Bullock or one of those old Tennessee Titans or Javon Curse or somebody like that. Bro, when people say it was like a car wreck, bro, you can't realize how fast they're running and how hard they're running. And
you talking about the 90s when it was real.
The early 2000s.
2000 when it was real,
it was violent, bro.
Yeah, ain't no joke.
Talk about, would you take a charge from Zion? Would you take a charge from LeBron? Bro, these dudes, they do it on every play.
They do it every play.
They do it on every
Would you let Ray Lewis get a full head of steam?
No, it's violent, bro.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
The football is insanely violent.
Who was it that we were talking about where we were saying that, it was that, we had the discussion about that Mims guy from Georgia.
Yes.
And if you stood at the 30 while he was doing the 40-yard dash, would you die? We had a conversation on if you would die.
Yes.
If I pushed you in front of him and he just hit you full speed, would you die?
It's like running on train tracks. Like you're jumping in the middle of the train.
And they do
tracks
it
with the train
every
coming
single
at you.
play.
No, I know.
And they do it every
I'm
play.
with it. I'm not taking anything away from
Them dudes
football
built
guys.
different, man. Them dudes a little.
I'm not attempting to do that.
The other one we might have a better conversation about. But that one is bro, football dudes are built different, bro. They're a little crazy.
You have to be wired.
You do.
There's a wire. Yeah.
Like you said, you got to be ready to run into somebody every single play.
Face first.
Face first.
Yeah. You want.
Sometimes head first.
Like
it ain't.
You want to hit people.
Derrick Henry mushes people into the ground with his hand.
Get
out, bitch.
Just imagine that, bro.
Full grown man running fast.
4 or 5 speed.
And he's just bah!
Yeah.
And they fly head first.
Yeah. I think the athlete wise NBA, but if you just mentality, just a little whack, NFL dudes.
It is true that it is much more true that the skills required to play in the NFL are much more adaptable than the skills required to play in the NBA. That's what's true.
Yeah.
I have seen all manner of football players play basketball.
It requires.
You don't want to hoop with them.
It requires a different level of insanity to want to play football full time.
Yes, and that's where I think that's where they get. That's where they get the edge. You got to be the crazy. That's the crazy kids. That's the crazy kids. If you sign up to run into somebody like you said, face first. You got it, bro. I don't want to fight with you, bro.
There might be some. We've seen a lot of these linebackers and how they go and hit people. And
it takes a lot less skill, but a lot more toughness.
And someone
that's what I said.
Yes, for sure.
And so that's where I get it when they reject the fact that guys could do this, because it feels like what you're doing is not respecting the level of toughness it takes.
Exactly.
They're just taking into consideration the
athleticism.
skill. And all I'm saying is, I'm never saying that most of these guys could be like linemen and stuff. I'm saying that if they had the requisite toughness, their athleticism takes them over the. I mean, come on, bro.
Easily, but you gotta be built different though.
You have to be built.
You have to
different.
be built different. Everybody not built different.
That's right, and so that level of toughness that takes, it's a different deal.
Yeah,
but skill wise.
Oh,
I mean, I send you guys clips when I'm at when I was at my kids' football game. Like, I mean, I've seen there's a kid. Even the kids that are the best at football, they're pretty good basketball players. Some of the best football players I've ever seen, like at the lower levels. And then I'll ask, like, does that kid hoop? And like, some of them are okay, some of them are pretty good, but they're not like, they're not like some of these other kids you see at these AAU tournaments and whatever, right? But football wise, if you just say, hey, run that way, I'm handing you the ball, it's over.
Yeah, so
they're just
speed kicks in,
and they're ready, and they are different.
Yeah.
Because they're ready to kill you.
Yeah, they're ready to.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and a lot of the basketball kids are not ready to kill you.
Nope.
We've got a whole culture of basketball kids that are now, because they're heroes. Like, they watch the LeBron Jameses of the world. They go,
see, there you go. See, here you go. Here you go. Blame it on SGA. Don't blame it on Bron.
Speaking of LeBron James.
Oh, see what you got? See,
Trey Kirby. The new Mind the Game pod came out, and LeBron James has been caught in another just dumb lie again.
Oh,
like,
no.
what? He said his favorite subject in school was math. And then Trey Kirby has proceeded to post 3 different stories where LeBron James in his past has said his favorite subject was earth science. And then another one where his favorite subject was English. And then another one where his favorite subject was art. So LeBron has 4 favorite subjects. Now, it's just
Oh, yeah, my favorite subject is math.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, actually, here's the thing. This is my favorite subject is math. That's why I'm able to.
That's fine.
Yeah. I see the shot clock. I know how many passes we can get off here before.
I've had guys on my team that can't do 9 times 7.
I actually
believe
believe
there's always a way to tell how awesome he is and how sorry everybody is.
Yeah, there you go. That's why he's the king. That's why he's the king. Speaking of sticking to the stuff you know. Anthony Edwards is in the news. You see the clip that just came out?
Tell me he couldn't play football.
Nobody. I'm surprised nobody asked him about that this morning at shoot around. But some guy with a slick back haircut asked Anthony Edwards, and I quote, "Stick to the stuff you know." By the way, do you consider Jamal Murray an OG?
Oh no, that was Sam Amick. I saw the clip.
Oh, you saw it, and he said, "Hell no! What is he? 27?
Yeah,
I'm about to be 23, dog. KD 36, 35.
Yeah,
stay in your lane, bro. Let us use the OG talk. You don't get to say OG because Anthony was like, what are we doing? So yeah, stick to stuff.
Well, no, he thought he was he thought he was trying to start something.
Yeah, and Ant was not biting,
right?
Not catching the bait.
Trying to do a versus, like a okay. Last round you were motivated because you were going up against
KD.
This guy.
You consider him?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't taking the bait.
It does not look as bad on the video, and Ant's. It's one of those things where in print it's going to look worse than it does on the video. It doesn't look bad on the video.
You look back at him like. Come on, bro. But still, stick to the stuff you know. Stick to the other stuff. Don't try to do the OG talk. Let us do that.
Well, he's the guy. You know what? I mean, his name has been. I've known Sam for years. I like Sam a lot.
Yeah.
Sam's name is mud around here because he's the one that had your Indiana Ops story. So he should be your favorite writer.
Oh, he's not my favorite writer. He's not my favorite writer. Here he goes. Here he goes.
Bang, bang. Mustard on the beat.
Yo, what's wrong with these folks, man? This man right here, bro.
All right, take a break. We'll come back after this.
I think we have the college basketball title futures. UConn's #1.
I really like Houston. I'd have them winning it all, but you can't be giving Drake jerseys. What is wrong with you?
Maybe the Drake curse is stronger in college basketball.
How long has he been riding with Kentucky?
He wore an Alabama jersey and Saban retired.
The Odds Couple with Rob Fisher, Lang Whitaker, John Roser, and CJ Hurt live Thursdays at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Hey Grizzlies fans, after exciting hoops and a lucky night of gaming, where do you rest your head? Look no further than Southland Casino Hotel, proud sponsor of the Memphis Grizzlies. Our high-rise hotel is the epitome of luxury and comfort. Picture this, you've just finished an evening of gaming and dining, so you head on over to one of our 300 rooms to end the night. Choose from standard suite and presidential suite, plus we're pet-friendly and offer mobility scooters for rent. It's a seamless experience for everyone. And don't miss the Main Street Exchange, right in the heart of our casino lobby. Whether you're craving a snack or need a souvenir of your stay, we've got you covered. From polo shirts to shot glasses, take a piece of the Southland excitement home with you. So come stay and play at Southland Casino Hotel, where every moment is designed for your enjoyment. Book your hotel stay by calling 833-703-3350 or visit online at southlandcasinohotel.com/hotel.
Guests must be 21 years of age or older to check in at hotel. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
There's no substitute for experience, the knowledge gained from having been there before, and the passion to share what you know to make everyone around you better. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by January 12th, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account and be entered into our Grizmas drawing. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Take your fandom to the next level with the official Grizzlies app. Go all access and behind the scenes.
It's got to be heavy defense. That's where it starts for us.
Personalized to where you are and who you are. Get easy access to ticketing, the game day guide, and your own app customization right at your fingertips. Upgrade your experience and download the Grizzlies app today.
Funny thing about gas, people constantly complain about the price of gas. Those same people that will complain about paying $2.80 for a gallon of gas
will drive right around the corner. Yeah.
$9 for a cup this big.
Yep. I am people.
Can you believe these gas prices? Give me a $12 cup
Yep.
of coffee.
I am those people.
It's wild out there, man.
The Gary Parrish Show, live weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
I will take High School Musical with my fifth and final pick because it is a sports movie. You do got to get your head in the game. I love High School Musical. I love musicals. Sports and musicals can coexist in this beautiful world. What a beautiful, beautiful movie. Even though High School Musical 1 is not even the best of the High School Musicals.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Sauced by Will Smith is taking the championship taste to FedEx Forum. Come enjoy your favorite lineup of sauces on traditional and boneless wings the next time you see the Memphis Grizzlies play. All of your favorite sauces, including the famous Garrick sauce, are now available as you cheer the home team on. Visit Sauced by Will Smith inside FedEx Forum at your next Grizzlies game, or come visit us anytime at our location in South Haven, Mississippi. Championship sauce, championship taste. Come get sauced today.
LifeCare Ambulance is proud to be an official partner of the Memphis Grizzlies and FedEx Forum. At LifeCare, they wear their hearts with pride. Their passion is their people. They want you to love what you do and where you do it. Their employee-driven culture encourages a healthy work-life balance and supportive work environment. They invest in your success and well-being so that you can provide the best care for the patients that they serve. Join the incredible team of EMTs and paramedics in Memphis, Nashville, and across the nation today. Learn more at lifecareamb.com.
Don't Worry, Be Fluffy World Tour.
The minute you get into a brand new relationship, like magic. You know who really notices just how happy you are, guys? Other women, not your woman. Look how happy he is. I bet I can change that.
Friday, May 10th, FedEx Forum. Get your tickets now at fluffyguy.com. Don't miss a Memphis Don't Worry, Be Fluffy World Tour.
Nate Bargatze, the Be Funny Tour.
I mean, Chuck E. Cheese is rough. I don't know if you've been there in a while. They look like they're trying to go to business and they can't.
All new material.
They filed for bankruptcy and they're still open. They called Blockbuster and they're like, how do you get out? We want out.
Nate Bargatze, Friday, May 31st, FedEx Forum. Tickets available at FedEx Forum box office or Ticketmaster.com. Produced by Outback Presents, Nate Bargatze, the Be Funny Tour.
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Presented by Caesar Sportsbook. Now, back to your host, Chris Vernon.
Microphone 1 2 1 2. Pack the whole place out. Watch what I do. I've been all around the world. Watch me make these moves, and I did it my way. Watch me break these rules. Yeah, I'm coming now. Get up out of my way. Oh, it's my time now. Better watch what you say. Trained all my life like every day. 'Cause it's game time now. Oh, and we don't play. Yeah. What you know about? You don't really know about. Tell me what you know about. What you really know about. What you know about, you don't really know about. Tell me what you know about. I've been going hard. Oh, I'm going so hard. Oh, I'm going so hard. Oh, I'm going so hard. What you really know about? Tell me what you know about. Yeah. Microphone 1 2 1 2. Can't everybody be a winner? Now it's time you lose. I'ma run the numbers up in the lead I cruise. There's a new sheriff in town.
All right, we're back. Chris Vernon Show. Show's also brought to you by Caesar Sportsbook. You can go to your app store. You can type in Caesar Sportsbook. You can download it for free. You can use it legally in the state of Tennessee. And new users get up to $1,000 back as a bonus bet if you lose your first wager. Using the code GCM1000. GCM1000. Man, oh man, were we off yesterday. Now, Boston did kill Cleveland, and hopefully you didn't listen to Roser.
Or you faded me.
I was dead wrong about Dallas for sure, and they got stomped out by Oklahoma City. One game tonight?
One game tonight.
One game tonight.
So is Indiana and New York? Okay, so I have told you that I think there is no chance in hell that Tibbs is going to allow that game to be played like an all-star game again. They will be super physical. They will hang their hats on the defensive end, and New York will respond in a big way. I say New York 5.5.
Close.
I think they will win by more.
It's 4.5. It's 4.5, 5.
Okay.
4.5, 5. Well, if you watch the broadcast tonight, you might see a familiar face on the broadcast tonight.
You?
That's what No. No. I mean, I might be there. I might have a PJ out waiting for me outside the door right now. But no, the word is our boy Tripp is supposed to be on the broadcast tonight.
Jaren Jackson Jr.?
That's the word. We'll see if he actually.
For what?
Just on there. Just doing Tripp stuff.
Is he in New York? Or is he, in Atlanta?
The word in the street is he might be on the broadcast at some point. I don't know. That's
Jaren Jackson Jr. on the broadcast tonight? That's cool.
Let's say a familiar face will be on our screens tonight. We'll see.
Oh, that would be cool.
I just want to give it so it won't be a shock to everybody.
There's a heads up.
Yeah, see, that was my news I was going to tell you before the show.
I got you. Well, I hope we did see him.
Yeah, so my boy's been everywhere though, bro. He been skiing. He been making albums.
I saw him with the awesome furry hat.
With the furry hat on. He been in Cali, been in Phoenix, been in skiing places. Been
and maybe on TNT tonight.
Maybe on TNT tonight. He sent me he shot me a text the other day about some he's working on a new album again.
Oh, and by the way, I did, speaking of TV, last night in between the games, I did go to Netflix and I fast forwarded through until I could find on John Mulaney's new show on Netflix. I did find the clip from our show. And it was so he did a skit, and it was like for a kids program of learning with Terrence Howard. And then they had like this other clip of him on the red carpet talking about how there are no straight lines and the whole world is a circle or whatever. And then he used like the clip from our show.
Wait,
and it
no
was,
way.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we're Netflix famous.
Yeah,
she
loves
this show is
John
Netflix
Mulaney.
famous.
Oh really?
Yes.
So I started getting all these tweets the other night saying, bro, you were just on a skit on John Mulaney's show. And I was like, what are you talking about? And it does not show us, and it does not say Chris Vernon show or
But it
anything.
shows
Terrence.
but you know.
Everybody
all
that
the show
where it's
ones
from.
know.
Everybody that saw it knew that that's where it was pulled from.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah.
That's
So and it's
because the studio, you see the studio and everything.
Yeah, it's a clip of him. I think he says it's something like everything you know about your mathematics is wrong or something like that. Something like that. It was one of those clips, and it's like a fake infomercial for learning with Terrence Howard. I mean, they just shit all over him. They're like, You know Terrence Howard from the first Iron Man, and then none of the other Iron Man. You know what God.
That's tough.
Did you
tough.
watch the whole special?
No, I
just
just
went for the
so
clip.
somebody told me that it was in the middle of the what was the night? What was the game the night before? Oh, it was the Minnesota-Denver game.
Yeah.
So in the middle of that, people had tweeted me, and they're like, "You got to watch John Mulaney's show tonight," because evidently it's Netflix Live.
Yeah, Netflix Live.
So it comes on every night.
Well, I think once it's been live, you can watch it whenever.
You can watch whenever,
That's what I did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because the Brady thing was the Brady thing, and then they had the Cat Williams thing
Williams
Saturday,
was.
then Brady was Sunday, and then Mulaney was Monday.
They did it with.
So they're just going to be doing live programming.
Yes,
Because the lead
I
up to
forget
the
which
Tyson
comedian
thing.
was the first. It was like last year they started flirting with this.
So my
live
wife
programming
watches
concept.
one of them, who's a guy that we know, Dave Chang, who's super famous chef out in L.A. And we, the restaurant in Vegas, Roser, you went with me.
Yeah.
Momofuku. That's his place. So Dave Chang has a live show on Netflix now, and my wife watched it. And Bill Simmons was on there. Kevin O'Connor and Big Waz, they went over there and did a deal with him, like as a run through. But what he does is he just invites like super famous people, and then he just cooks for them, and they just film the whole thing, and it's all live, right? So he's cooking all these things, and then it'll be like Matt Damon and his wife, and then John Legend and Chrissy Teigen or something, right? And so it's actually kind of a cool concept, but that's on Netflix Live as well. So I guess they're just going to start doing live programming.
They're getting ready for that
John
Tyson.
Mulaney's also on David Letterman's show. There's like an onslaught of John Mulaney content, and his ex-wife is coming out with a book. I'm not sure if it's already dropped, but I feel like it's a counter narrative.
Yeah,
I can't remember who was on. There were. So again, I was fast forwarding through it to try to find the Terrence Howard thing that somebody had tweeted me about, but it appeared as if they did a bunch of skits, and then they also have like a couch that they sit down and talk to, because Jon Stewart was there and a couple other people were there on that episode, whatever.
Okay.
It's like towards the end that and then they do like these interspersed like fake infomercials and stuff. It was funny.
You know why they're doing it though, right? Because in January they start putting Raw in there.
Oh.
And then they're getting ready for the Tyson fight, the Jake Paul fight. But like Raw is gonna be on Netflix Live, bro.
Wait, the Tyson Jake Paul thing is on Netflix?
Yeah, Netflix Live. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And they moved it back a month, but yeah.
But yeah, Netflix signed a deal with WWE for 10-year deal to make Raw on Netflix.
Oh wow.
That's gonna be crazy.
You know what? I bet they switch nights.
Talking about Raw?
Yep. So I read this super fascinating article that said if you ever go back, now maybe it's conspiracy, who knows? But it did sound pretty persuasive. Said if you go back to their
Most do.
Look, when you go back to their announcements, it never says Monday night.
Just says
When
WWE Raw.
Yes.
Oh no, this one says Monday Night Raw.
What does?
This Netflix Live story from May 6th, actually.
But I'm saying their official
Oh,
releases.
for Netflix official release?
And at WWE's. Because the idea would be, why not own a night? Put it on Tuesday or Wednesday,
It
and you're
says-
not against the NFL.
It says WWE's Raw,
Right.
in a $5 billion deal. God,
Why would they not put it on Tuesday night and just own Tuesday night?
because then they have to move their own day next to
They don't want to be against the NFL.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want to be.
You know what I mean?
But that's
So
year
then the
round
NFL
though.
will be like, cool, we're going to do
I know.
Tuesday night
You
too.
know,
Then
the
we're going to do
NFL's going to
Wednesday.
be every night of the week anyway,
Yeah.
right?
I bet you
That's
see
all
them
right.
do this with the UFC eventually too.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they're owned by the same company.
Their
WWE,
contract's
UFC,
about to
they're
be
both-
up with
they're both
ESPN.
owned.
Who?
UFC. Yeah, I
UFC.
bet they'll do Netflix stuff. They'll put the fight nights and stuff. They'll do fight nights on there live.
Oh, the game is changing. I love it.
Jessica Benson, every morning at 8 o'clock, you can watch her on Grind City Media. You can watch her on YouTube. You can download the podcast anywhere you get podcasts, The Jessica Benson Show. Every week, she gets us caught up to date on everything we need to know that we may not have talked about. What do we got?
Well, one, we're starting locally in honor of Riverbeat Music Fest, which I know Devin was at, and you guys talked about a little bit on Monday. I
Media
was there
coverage
as
was raw.
well.
They said it was a failure and
Which
that
is
nobody
so
showed up.
This is not very nice.
Wrong.
Thank you, Jessica.
I
Wrong.
am here to officially stand that it was a great festival.
Thank
Truly.
you.
Like, I've been to a lot of festivals.
What is the
and
media that said it was bad?
Both papers.
Both
Oh, that's
papers.
print journalism.
And
Who
I
cares
feel
about
as if-
print journalism anymore?
I had people.
Bro, I showed you 2 of the pictures though that were pretty rough.
And I found the photographer, by the way.
And
you
they
did?
when they Photoshop.
Yeah, that's not great, right? Like that's
Not
not
great?
great.
I
That's
mean-
not great. Well, to be fair, I'm not trying to say
Bro, if we
anytime
did that for a
photoshopping is
Grizzlies
okay.
game.
Yes, we would be
Yeah, no, that's tough.
destroyed. And rightfully, like, that person made a huge mistake, and they made a mistake, and they're going to have to live with it. But ultimately, as someone who attended the festival, who is also a downtown resident and goes to the park all the time, like, I love the park. And the park was used so well for this festival, and it was so well spaced out, and the stages were appropriately spaced apart where things weren't bleeding in, and the music itself was good. Like, I know it wasn't a killer, young, hot, top artist right now, but these guys had 6 months to put this together, and they got the Fugees to show up.
Lauren Hill showed up on time.
And I'm also going to say, to both y'all's credit, I said, look, the thing that's going to help this is word of mouth. And you guys have no affiliation with this thing, and both loved it.
Yeah.
And everybody I've talked to that went
said it was
Had
great.
a
Loved
good
it.
Everybody,
Except the print journalist, Rosen.
Everybody that I know that went said it was amazing and it was set up better
Thank
than
you.
any Beale Street Music
And that's
Festival was
facts.
ever set up.
Bro, the media always
Lines
trying to
for
skew stuff,
food,
bro.
Lines for drinks were good.
terrible
Lines
media.
for
They're probably getting their
bathrooms were
pockets
good.
lined, Dev.
And I kid you not, my husband, and we had had some beverages by the end of Saturday night, but he looked at me and he was like, "This is one of my favorite days we've been in Memphis. This might be one of our
I'm telling
favorite
you,
days
it
ever."
was fun,
and like
bro.
seeing Lauryn Hill and Wyclef Jean
He
felt like a
was
very iconic
super drunk, too.
music moment. And we had
You're
had
like, come
many,
on.
many drinks.
That's
Yes.
like years ago. I
Sure.
told these guys.
This might be our best day ever.
If you saw me crying to No Woman, No Cry, no, you didn't, okay? It didn't
I remember
happen.
like 15 years ago, went to a Redbirds game with my family. We were like walking out. We were walking out, and I was like, I always have the best time at the Redbirds game. And my wife's like, you always drink at the Redbirds game. I was like, oh yeah.
Fair.
Oh, yeah.
You got a point.
So let's be
I
honest.
will
Slow
say-
down, Chris.
I
I'm
will-
one of the best nights ever.
But the next day, sober, the next morning.
Yeah, I was
like,
sober. I was
still
sober.
stand. That was a really good day. And it was coming off of Friday night was so fun too, because we're huge Odessa fans.
Yeah.
And everyone had said that set is awesome. And it was.
Yeah.
And
It was
I wasn't
awesome.
claustrophobic. You know, like I didn't feel like I was gonna die at the music festival. And God, you can't say that in Memphis. I meant that from a standpoint
Right.
of so many people
Yeah, yeah.
around. where you
Suffocate.
and you can't move from stage
That's
to
what I hate
stage.
too.
Like we could sit for a little bit.
Hey, I'll tell you this:
I'm
the
old.
lack of crowd made it look like a thing I'd go to.
That's what I'm saying. It was perfect for
like,
y'all.
you know what?
You had your personal
Oh, it
space
would've
and
been
everything.
perfect.
They're like,
Yeah,
oh, we could have
stretch out.
22,000. I'm like, no, you don't need 22,000. Like, come
I
on.
can piss when I need to piss. People aren't just pissing on the ground.
Yeah, it was great.
Music Fest is nasty.
The Music Fest is
Yes.
so
Used to be.
nasty.
Yes.
They even put like a little platform where you can just like stand, like you ain't spinning
Yeah.
in the mud.
You're
River-
saying this way better culture. than
Yeah.
Beale
Yeah,
Street
bro.
Music Fest.
No,
What
that's-
are those print journalists, bro, hating?
I
Like,
don't
y'all
think
haters.
it has to be. I think that's where people get really offended. Is when you're
Print
like, this is better.
journalists.
But
Print
more than
journalists.
anything, like this is
Capital
good on its
J.
own. It's really different, and I did not understand how intensely people feel about this versus Beale Street Music Fest, about the two barbecue fests that we have this coming weekend. We have
barbecue
Smoke
fests.
Slam
Yeah, there's
and
two.
Oh, are they
the
taking
World
sides?
Barbecue.
Is this-
It's like AEW
Yes.
versus WWE.
I've had people
Bullets in
send me
script. Look at that
dissertations.
kid holding that meme with the blue and ribbon.
Pick your
In
side.
Midtown,
Pick
shake
your
hands.
side.
But Jess, I have heard that this one going on down here, this is the Smoke Fest.
really
Smoke Slam.
Smoke Slam.
Smoke
that they are
Slam.
making it easier for just because how Barbecue Fest is basically like, dude, if you don't know anybody, then
Oh,
you're
good luck.
screwed. You're screwed.
You are
but
screwed.
that this is going to be set up where even if you don't know, like you're going to be able to get good barbecue.
Oh, look at that. How
Maybe.
nice.
Yeah, like
Smoke Slam.
I do think the fact that they put it
Sounds like a
the same
wrestling
weekend
event.
is like a little petty because it automatically creates this sense of competition, and it would have been cool if you had 2 weekends of a barbecue fest. But
Who
ultimately,
named it Smoke Slam?
I don't know.
Can we talk to them real
I
quick?
wonder if you eventually get more people at Smoke Slam just because I get a ton of which God, it sounds Smoke Slam. I do wonder, because I know everybody that I know that's on a barbecue fest team. I know people that have been on barbecue fest team for 20 years that they said they're not doing it because it's not at the River this year. They did not do their team this year.
Yeah, River makes it fun, bro.
That's the music festival.
No, so
We're doing it for Smoke Slam.
Eventually, I do wonder if some of the barbecue fest teams do join Smoke Slam
Hey,
because they like being on the river.
Yeah.
Hey, our boy Miles may have had a conspiracy theory about why the print journalists, Roser, are pooping all over these new events.
Journalists.
Look at that, bro. Look at Riverbeat.
Okay.
And that ain't Photoshop.
No.
That looks cool. Was that Odessa?
That ain't Photoshop.
I could see them actually. From when I woke up on Butler and I could see through the fence. I could see.
So
it was so dope.
You didn't have the loitering problem you perceived.
No, because you couldn't enter through there.
Oh yeah, you couldn't. I tried.
You couldn't enter. Everybody tried to enter
you
through
could
Butler,
only enter
and it was
north
cut
side,
off.
south side.
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah, the loiterers were totally
We're down the street.
They had to stay
Of course,
away.
you loved it.
We got rid of them.
They're not bothering Roser.
I almost texted you, and I stopped myself because I was going to be a nice person. So now I'll bring it up on the show. But the person who gave me my credential was in like a tie-dye shirt and like seemed a little.
Of course they were.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say, Rosa, your favorite kind of loiterer.
Yeah. So our boy Miles has a conspiracy.
I saw one couple fight on the street. That was it. And it was Friday night. One couple got in an argument. That was all.
What's
I
the
saw.
conspiracy that they didn't buy ads?
He thinks that the people from Memphis and May told the print journalists shit on these festivals because they don't have it anymore on the river. So Riverbeat can never do it again, you know?
I just want everybody.
You know
to
what I'm saying?
along.
They did a little on the table. you know?
They were cooking.
I will
Yeah,
say,
know
if
what
I
I'm saying?
could tell the
'Cause
people
usually
with
they are always
Memphis Fest and
positive about
Riverbeat,
everything.
Yeah,
I
just
don't think they did
Memphis.
a great media like packaging. The number of people I heard from who didn't know that.
Well, and also, is it
The
out of
Fugees
it's out
were
of towners
here.
putting it on?
But it's the Memphis Fest people who are the money
I know, but
behind
that's
it.
still out of towners,
Oh, so they're trying to.
isn't it? I do not think it's Memphians putting this on.
The main guy is a Memphis.
Because the other guy, the Memphis and May thing is a Memphian, and that's why
Yeah.
everybody hates each other.
Yeah,
Because
but I do
they've
think
got history. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
right. But I do think the people behind Memphis Fest are, if I'm correct, they
Memphians?
are. They are Memphians.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I think they're
Let me
really
see.
committed. Like they have a lot of money, and
There
they
ain't
can
no way
put on
around
these
that.
festivals, and they don't really. If
Yeah,
there was a
they-
loss this year, there can still be made up for in future years. So now they have another
print
year.
journalists.
Print journalists. Not
That-
us.
I promise you, none of the people reading print media that's not the
Yeah,
target
right.
audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom
Anyway.
reads print journalism.
Yeah. My mom does
is
too.
never going down to Riverbeat.
Never.
But they could do
Never.
better promotion in the future. Is what I'm
Correct.
saying.
But they have to do better in picking photographers too, because my
Like, we
guy.
didn't know we were getting credentials until the week of, and I
Yeah,
know a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
other people felt that way.
They need to
and,
do a better
you know,
job.
Giveaways, things
And
that
also,
connected to the
we
city.
didn't hear about it a lot.
No.
Yeah, we
So
didn't.
I need
We
to
heard
know
about it
more.
like the week of.
Word of mouth, people figuring out. But in the meantime, Devin and I stamped it, and it was so fun to run into so many people who like love Grind City Media.
Yeah, we
It's
got
just
a
the
lot of
coolest
Grind City
thing.
Media fans at
And
Riverbeat.
Specifically,
A
I was going
lot.
to shout
A lot
out
of
Bobby,
GCM.
who his name's Bobby. He said he's grown up on Chris Vernon.
Uh-oh.
Grown up.
Great, I know.
So look at you,
Trust
shaping
me.
young minds.
Old ass.
People are like,
Growing
so
up on
nice.
Chris Bird
Hell,
is
I've been
crazy.
with you for 18 years,
Dude,
so
I
it makes me
almost-
old as hell too. So
Bro, I almost jumped out the window when Calvin Austin said my dad used to put me up for fourth grade
Yeah.
football practice every day, and we'd listen to you on the way home, and I'm like, you play for the Steelers.
that's tough.
insane.
Yeah, that's
That's
tough.
crazy, bro. I used to listen to you when I
That's
was a
when
kid
you know
too.
I'm old.
Yeah, I did
That
too.
is
old.
So, yeah.
So, hey, look, bro, they're still fans, bro. They ride for you from when they were smaller till they were real
Yeah.
old.
No, they're adults.
They got real jobs now.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Shout
number
out Bobby.
2, shout out Bobby and others. I was just.
See, you get names, bro. I just do.
I
do
wrote
the,
one name. I tried to write people's names. Last year I was really good at it, and this year I only wrote Bob. Like I have a note in my notes folder that just says Music Fest. Shout out Bobby.
Shout out Bobby.
Shout out
Shout
Bobby.
out Bobby.
Good
He was
people.
very, very nice. Okay, number 2. As we were at Music Fest, everything was popping off with the Kendrick Drake stuff on Friday night, and coming home and catching up on everything was a wild time. But we were on week 7 of the Kendrick Lamar Drake beef, and since we last convened, because some people at Riverbeat said the only way that they know about everything that's going on is this weekly hit. So, since we last spoke, Friday, 6:16 LA time comes out Friday morning from Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick calls Drake a terrible person, says everyone in his team is whispering about it behind his back, essentially saying the ops are within Drake's team and nobody likes him. 14 hours later, Friday evening, we get Family Matters by Drake, which claims Kendrick abuses his fiance. Like 20 minutes later, we get Kendrick dropping Meet the Grams, alleges abuse, addiction, a secret daughter, Ozempic, and Harvey Weinstein connections. And then the next day, Kendrick drops another one, Not Like Us. Grooming allegations, certified lover boy, certified pedophiles. The next day, Drake drops The Heart Part 6, but by that point, it feels like we're coming out of the weekend and Kendrick Lamar has won the war. And where do we go from here? The rap battle got so big that it ends up on the Today Show and Good Morning America, which is when you know it's over because it's not cool anymore. All of the little white girls are soul cycling to it in New York. They're having Kendrick versus Drake classes. There was a yoga class here last night that had Kendrick versus Drake classes. It's over. It's got to be over. However, Not Like Us and BBL Drizzy, which came out amongst it as well.
BBL Drizzy.
Songs of the summer.
BBL Drizzy.
And that is where, and then yesterday, there's a serious part of the story. There was a shooting at Drake's Toronto home.
Yeah, that's
but the internet streets say it wasn't connected to Kendrick.
It's connected with The Weeknd.
That's, yes, a fellow Canadian
beef.
The Weeknd.
Yeah. Canadian beef.
And his security guard was injured, or one of his security guards was injured in it. There was a rumor circulating that United Music Group stepped in to try to mediate this scenario, saying that the pedophile accusations were costing a lot of money for UMG. But TMZ says that mediation story is not true, and usually TMZ is pretty tapped in on this stuff.
Drake and the company are trying to strike down every single YouTube channel and everything that uses it. And Kendrick lifted all copyrights off of everything. Yeah. Oh, bro, if you don't have us an intro with that in it tomorrow, you're out of your mind.
Yes.
I was going to ask you about
that.
Yes. We can use this.
Yes. Do it now.
We can use copyright.
We should play it right now. Let's dance to it as a group.
Well, we need a clean
Not
version.
all Kendrick.
Okay, my bad.
BBL Drizzy for sure.
Yeah.
And then Not Like Us.
Not
Yeah,
like-
clean
yeah,
version.
find a
Don't
clean
get it
version.
out like
I gotta
us.
find a
Every
clean
college
version.
football team in the country, including my own USC,
USC
is
already
not
did one.
like us on their
I'm just
post
saying we need to
spring
take
ball,
advantage
everything.
of the fact that there is an artist that will let you use his music.
Yes.
Because we have had a
It's true.
million
That is
things
very
pulled.
true.
We even had something pulled for something I played off my phone before.
Yeah.
I mean, so they're
I
so
sang a
hardcore
Taylor
about
Swift
this stuff.
song once, and it got pulled on an early YouTube show.
That's
and I didn't
crazy.
even sing it well.
It's
Hey,
crazy.
they
Awful.
said the streets are saying. He said BBL Drizzy should be the new 10 Things music.
Yes.
Perfect. Don't act like you don't know me.
BBL
Yeah,
Drizzy as the
Drizzy.
10 Things music is great.
Just loop
It's
the
very
middle
good.
where
Yeah, this
I'll
is
do it tonight.
I'm here for
I'll
it. But
do
yeah,
it. I'll do
by
it
the
tonight.
way,
I'll do
he
it tonight.
pulled the copyright.
Yeah.
if we would have picked the beef,
The best thing ever.
Yeah.
He's giving us Metro.
It's a
Boomin.
gift.
Well, now, Metro
Metro's-
Boomin, no, that's SoundCloud.
It's
Yeah,
sound
we good.
good.
And of course, he wants that everywhere.
Metro.
Oh my God, there's like millions of TikToks.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I think Kendrick won. I told Rosa, bro, he's doing everything that Drake is already good at. He beat
Yeah.
Drake on the charts. He beat Drake on social media. He beat Drake in the rapping. It's over with, bro.
He
He even got more people to go to a
He
Toronto
out-Drake
restaurant.
Drake.
He even, there's this Toronto Chinese restaurant
Yeah.
that Kendrick talked about in Euphoria,
Yeah.
and their sales are like record high, and they're getting 5-star reviews everywhere. I really never thought we would see the part of this where Drake, like the public perception changes so quickly.
That's
Like,
what
any
flips.
post about Drake now is just full of people.
Oh, go look at it.
pedophile. You're done.
They
Like,
announced, I showed it to Dev, like Nice Kicks announced, they said the new Nocta Drake Ice T Nike dude, and you go read the comments
On his
and
ass.
it is just
Dude, people
Every
were
song
waiting.
in A
This is
minor.
what this proves. People were waiting to hate him.
yeah.
I think people
There's
are
already a
always
lot of people
waiting
that
to
did
hate
hate
people
him.
at the top.
Kenny just did it the right way.
The other people that were on the fence.
They're like, you know what? We hate this dude
The
too.
bigger thing too is
We all hate this dude.
There's two things with this. One is
The mob mentality got him.
one is
For the first time.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I do think being called a pedophile is like the worst thing you can be
It
called
is the
these
worst
days.
thing you can be
and,
called.
and he may not be, but there
He
are,
might not be, but the
there are way
perception's
too,
out there.
There are way too many lyrics too. You got song lyrics that are like. There's a song on Scorpion where you read the lyrics. It's like, dude, you were literally talking about grooming a girl here. Like that is
Yeah, out of
what
pocket.
you're talking
I
about.
just don't think that you can, and I also don't think Kendrick gets away with that unless everybody like kind of talks about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's a thing.
The big
Right? If it's just some out of nowhere
Right.
like deal, The other thing is, who's standing up for Drake?
That's the thing I was going to say.
His own artists were begging Kendrick to please stop dropping diss records because I dropped my album 4 bets. He tweeted that, and Drake probably told him, bro, delete that damn tweet. Because he's signed for over.
Nobody is standing up for. It's not even just Future and Metro and the other. Think about all the artists Drake has worked with. I mean, a million of them, and nobody's standing up for him. The other thing too is, dude, this is too. You have gotten in a rap beef with 2 real MCs, and they have kicked your ass in Pusha and Kendrick. They have both
Kendrick said, "Bow." Like Pusha T punched him, but Kendrick said, "Yeah." Now you can't get up.
You don't think that J. Cole won with "You're Played Out" like The Simpsons?
No. I think J. Cole won with.
What we will not be doing is disrespecting the smartest man on earth,
J. Cole. He won by saying. Schoolboy Q told him, bro, sit this one out, bro. Kendrick hates that dude.
That is smart.
And Cole said,
get out of the way. This isn't even about you. You're just going to be smartest
man
in
in the room. I respect my family. You can say whatever you want.
Yep.
You think I'm lame? You
that's
think
fine.
I'm
trust me, this is the better way out.
Yes.
J. Cole's on a beat somewhere. Just like,
he got better friends than Drake does.
Yeah,
playing basketball somewhere.
I want to be able to have a career after this.
He's riding a bike down the street somewhere. Shout out my boy Cole.
I don't think Kendrick doesn't think J. Cole's like inauthentic. Like I think Kendrick probably likes J. Cole.
Yeah.
It's the Drake thing is he thinks that dude is fake and
he really
everything
doesn't like
wrong
him.
with it. Yeah. What he says, keep
Kendrick,
waving your hands, making me dance, and we'll be okay.
It's always girls or money.
Yeah.
That's what they're always fighting about.
Well, speaking of girls and money, and a place that none of these people were at, the Met Gala was Monday.
Yay!
It is the first Monday every May.
Did Jared Leto show up? I didn't even check.
No, and there was no fun cat costume. Doja Cat showed up in a wet T-shirt. That's about as
Wait,
as
there
far as
were
we
an awful
got.
lot of nipples.
Is the nipple back, JB?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot.
Emily Ratajkowski,
Sure.
Doja. And
Yeah, there were a lot of that. The theme this year was the Garden of Time, and there seemed to be some confusion over the theme versus the exhibit, which are different. Like, there's the theme of the Met Gala, which is supporting the exhibit that's opening at the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute. That was Sleeping Beauty's Reawakening Fashion, so you had a lot of like princessy gowns and so many florals, which in reality, the Garden of Time is a short story about how despite all the beauty and richness in the world, like we all die someday, so it's a little dark. Can get in that dark space. Lots of different outfits. My best dress were Zendaya, Lana Del Rey, a model named Anuk Yai who wore this like crystallized bodysuit, and then Rachel Zegler who just wore this blue gown that I loved. However, we have to talk about the controversial look, which was Kim Kardashian, because she's always going to get the people talking. She, wore this dumb cardigan, and I will call it dumb, because if you're going to wear a dress like this, please don't put a cardigan on. It reminds me of when I would wear something when I was like a teenager, and my mom would be like, please put on a little sweater before you go out. And that's Kim Kardashian at the Met Gala. But if you notice her waist, there have long been rumors that Kim Kardashian had her ribs removed so that she could cinch her waist more. And that dress just makes everybody, she couldn't breathe. Like, here's the video, and when you watch her turn around, her waist is not real. That is not a normal waist. It is so cinched.
She looks
can
like an
barely
ant.
breathe. And then you look and you're like, she can barely walk.
It looks like a bottle.
Yeah.
Like what
She looks so uncomfortable.
Like a potion bottle.
Yeah, that's what the big bottom at the bottom.
Like the
potion bottle.
Chemistry project.
It's a beaker.
We call her a beaker, bro.
Okay, but she looks like she can't walk, right?
Yeah.
And you think, oh, it's because she can't breathe. She also had shoes on that were without a heel. So it's like this big platform, but there was no heel on the shoe. So she was walking on her tiptoes all night, which I am not the biggest Kim.
calf,
I gotta
workout.
say,
Yeah, she got some strong ass calves.
I gotta respect the stunt.
Yeah.
I can't do anything but respect Kim Kardashian for
That's
that,
right.
because that's tough. That is making a sacrifice. And listen, she has pushed women's beauty standards in bad directions for a long time. But if you're gonna walk on your toes all night, okay.
I will say one thing.
No date for her?
Yeah, she was
No
solo.
date. She was solo.
I will say the one thing she has
out of the
done.
equation. Off to Miami.
One thing she has done for us, other than the really bad ones, is brought the booty back.
Yeah, but it's not the real booty.
I mean, for some people.
He likes that.
Yeah, but
BBL, Devin.
No, don't start that. Don't call me BBL.
went that
Don't
direction,
BBL
and then they started
me.
taking it out.
Don't act like you don't know me.
Don't BBL
Got the
me.
best BBL in history.
Somebody said BBL Devin. It's crazy.
Not BBL
Go to the next one, bro.
Devin.
When somebody start calling me BBL Devin, keep going.
I like that. What's What's the new pop star that's got the,
Sabrina Carpenter?
Give me
Oh,
water.
Tyla. I have that video too.
Oh.
So Tyla also couldn't
Well, she
walk
came in
because
sand.
She wore like a cast.
No, it was sand.
She's supposed to be an hourglass, so she's sand. But it's like, when you make a mold
Yeah.
of something
Bro.
and it sticks, and so she couldn't physically walk up the
They had
stairs.
to carry her
so
up.
she had to be carried. This is goals. I just want men to carry me up every flight of stairs that I
How
ever
do you
have
get
to
that
go up
job?
to. I don't know.
She is awesome.
She is.
I love her album.
She is
I love
awesome.
her album.
Who
I think
is that?
she's
Tyla.
Tyla.
Make me sweat. Make me high. Rose looking at us like
I
he's
do know that song.
Yeah, you better believe you do.
Yeah,
Video of the year, they say.
For the good
seen
reasons.
video.
Yes.
For the good reasons.
Oh.
Well, don't.
Okay.
You'll be having Tommy John.
There she is. Look at that.
Who'd they say that about? Ricky?
I refuse to answer.
He gonna have Tommy John search.
Tommy John Roser and BBL Devin.
No, they said it was Ana de Armas and Sydney Sweeney are doing a movie together, and someone tweeted they're gonna have Tommy John surgery.
Oh, Tommy John is crazy.
Go ahead.
This didn't make my list, but I don't know why Tommy John just made me think of this. Did you see that Travis Kelce's going to be in a TV show?
Yeah, he is.
He's going to be on the next Ryan Murphy show.
Yeah,
Ryan
so
Murphy
who's
did
Ryan
He did
Murphy?
American Horror Story and Glee and yeah, Travis
I don't know
Kelce's
him.
going to be.
Yeah, someone
oh,
said.
yes, you do.
and
I
the
don't
sho-
know Ryan Murphy.
The show is called like
Grotesque
Grotesque
or
or something. And someone said, "Man, how you gonna put Travis Kelce on a show that he can't even pronounce?"
Spell it.
That's fair.
Well, Travis Kelce's going to be on Are You Smarter Than a
Wait,
Fifth Grader?
what's the premise of the show?
I don't know. It just dropped today. Like we just found
There's
out
no
that Travis
premise?
Kelce was going to be on it today.
Ryan Murphy.
He looked like a Ryan Murphy.
Oh, good Scott. Well, no.
He looked like a Ryan Murphy.
Guy?
Yeah.
The bald dude.
He's a creator.
Why would I know him?
Because he did every season of American Horror Story.
Oh, I
He
don't
did the Jeffrey Dahmer show. He did the American Crime Story, the Versace show, the Monica Lewinsky, Bill Clinton show.
Grotesquerie.
Yeah.
Grotesquerie? Oh, it's a series, so it's not like a. It says Leslie Manville's in there too. Just started production, so it's like an actual TV show, like a drama.
He's really successful.
It's a drama.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce's gonna be. I mean, look, with or without Taylor Swift, the guy was gonna have a
Uber
big
successful,
career
right. But
post
now-
football. Wow.
Off he goes.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 4 was Madonna did a free concert in Rio this past week.
Why?
And 1.6 million people showed up. It
What?
set the record as the
Wait,
largest attended
humans?
It was free. And it was done at the Copacabana Beach. And this has been known as like a big place because in 2006, the Rolling Stones played there and 1.5 people showed up.
Bro,
this
that
is the
looks so
1.6
uncomfortable,
million
bro.
people who showed up to see Madonna
crazy.
for free. It was the close of her celebration tour. She's 65. I've had friends who saw
Where'd
the
you say this is,
celebration
Brazil?
tour. Brazil. It's in Rio.
Bro, I would lose my mind, bro.
Remember how we were just talking about how great the music festival was, that we could all walk around and breathe?
Yeah,
this
not
is the
that
opposite
one.
of
Yeah,
that.
that's
Yeah, what if you gotta go pee, bro? What if you're in the front? You gotta go
Yeah.
pee.
Better be wearing a diaper.
I just thought this was
Just go.
absolutely insane.
Go.
Yeah, wear a diaper.
Wear a diaper.
Just don't go.
How do you let
Yeah.
that many people show up for you?
I know.
She hasn't had a hit in 20 years, has she?
I know. No, and it's really weird. I was on a movie podcast this week, and our movie was A League of Their Own. You know, the movie about the women's baseball league in
what?
the 40s
Hang
during
on,
World War
what
II.
now?
You've never heard of A League of Their Own?
No. You were on a movie podcast?
Oh, yeah. This girl that I grew up with does a movie podcast called Best Line, Worst Line. It's a fun little movie podcast.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a good time. But we did a League
Do
of
you do it regularly?
This is my second time I've done it. But they
okay.
asked for a sports movie, and so I did A League of Their Own because I hadn't watched it in forever. Have you guys seen A League of Their Own?
Not in forever.
Not
Have you?
in-
Have you?
Yeah, it's been
I did,
a long,
and I loved it.
long
Okay.
time.
I remember liking it at the time.
My husband had never seen it.
Tom Hanks,
Yeah,
right?
Madonna
And
is in
Madonna.
it.
Rosie O'Donnell?
Rosie O'Donnell's in it. Gina Davis is in it.
I remember.
But watching it, Madonna was a star. Like, she leapt. She stole that movie. I didn't think about that, but then as I'm watching it, and she didn't act very much. She had a great role in Evita. But then she was in some weird movie with her ex-husband that was a bomb. It was like a J-Lo worthy bomb.
This is what
And then she
Lady
never
Gaga's
acted
doing
again.
now. Because
Yeah.
Lady Gaga, right,
I
is
started
about
wondering
to do the Joker.
if that is what we are going
It is.
to experience.
She's doing the
But Lady
Joker.
Gaga, but Star is Born was very good.
It was good.
So if she has two really good ones in a row,
That's right. She's an actor. She's dramatic.
I love her.
Yeah,
She's
Lady
super
Gaga's
dramatic.
good.
Yeah, she's a little weird. She's gonna play Harley Quinn, who's also weird.
I bet she's
this
good.
is probably,
She's gonna be amazing
this
in Harley
is-
Quinn, bro.
And she sings
But
in it.
Madonna was a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And, but anyway,
I'm shocked that
1.6 million people in the year 2024.
I
showed
do
up to
not
see
think Madonna would sell out the Forum.
No, I don't think so.
No
either.
chance.
No.
And that was 1.6 million people.
lot of
What's the smallest act you could put in Brazil for a free
Right,
concert?
because you said how many.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
said how many of the Rolling Stones
I'm
get
not
when
saying
they
she's
were
a
there?
small act. She's obviously an icon.
A legend,
but
Yeah.
So the
Like-
Rolling Stones got 1.5 there. The Rolling Stones haven't had a hit in forever. The Rolling
But
Stones
that was
could
in
play.
2004.
Well, the Rolling Stones right now could play 2 to 3 nights at FedEx
For
Forum and
sure.
sell it out every
Legacy
night.
acts always
For sure, though.
always
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
well.
Now the thing is, people do travel. Like
Yeah.
there
That's
are
right.
Madonna heads that still exist.
They still exist?
Yeah, this tour that she was just on, I think she did 3 nights at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
And she did a ton of
Well,
shows
she's
in
from,
LA.
She's from up east.
But so
Yeah.
my thing, I
Yeah,
think she
you're
could
right.
do like big cities.
She's an
still.
icon. There's no way
She is an
around
icon.
it.
She
She's
can
one of the
still
biggest
do-
artists of all time.
She can still do. Yeah,
And she
if
does all her
does,
classic songs. So
That's right.
That's all anyone wants
If
to
she
hear.
does New York, Chicago, L.A., Miami,
Yeah.
Houston, like the biggest of the big cities
London,
in the country,
and then go like international.
yeah, she can sell out multiple nights in those cities.
I agree.
Okay.
But 1.6 million people.
That's a lot of
Insane,
people.
But a free
bro.
concert.
I got
go to
it.
a free
It probably
concert.
smells
I got
horrible
it.
down there, bro.
How do you even set that up though? Like,
Yeah.
it's like you
It
can't
gotta
be like
the smell, bro, is probably crazy in that crowd. like, what does it smell like?
the smell.
All right. Last but not least, I have brought a trend from TikTok to today's show.
Gosh.
I'm going to ask you guys a question. Picture yourself alone and unarmed in the woods. Would you rather encounter a bear or a man?
For sure a man.
Yeah, a man.
Rosa?
What are you talking about?
Wait.
Wait. Unarmed in the middle of the woods.
You are unarmed in the middle of
Is
the
he
woods.
unarmed? You're not saying that part.
You don't know. It's just, is it a man or a bear?
No, I'm for sure choosing man.
I think I might go bear.
That you'd rather run into.
I think I might go bear because the man might be a little off.
Yeah.
He might have a gun.
Well, it's in the middle of the woods though, so if there's
The
just
bears
a
are fast too, so I'm.
Are they really?
Yeah, you can't run.
Yeah, if they're and
You're
here's
not gonna
the
be able
But
to run
bears
from
don't provoke unless they are taken by
provoked.
surprise.
Oh, yeah, give me bear
You're
then.
supposed
Give me
to
bear.
get. You're supposed to get big when you see a bear. Like get
Bear.
big and the
Oh,
run
you
away.
think you're like 100% that the guy though can whoop you or kill you? I
Bear.
don't
He
know.
has a. I don't know. She's not. She's telling me. She doesn't tell me if he's armed or not.
Right.
So I'm going bear.
I'm
Because if he got a
sorry.
strap, bro, it's over with.
No, but if
The
there's
bear?
No.
What if the bear
The
has
bear has a gun?
bears-
What Mystical say?
Have a gun. Not for you.
What Mystical say? You say,
help the bear.
help the bear!
The bear says,
so
someone call
there's
an
a-
ambulance, but not
But not
for
for
me.
me. There's a TikTok video of this. The original one has like 13 million impressions on it, and it's somebody asking 8 women on the street this question, and 7 of the 8, without hesitation, say the bear. And it's a showing of, for women, the scariest thing in the world would be to be alone in the forest and run into a man.
Yeah.
Because
I
most
Yeah,
women
that's-
would
yeah.
assume like I'm gonna die or I'm gonna be sexually assaulted.
But
Like,
if a
one of the
dude's
two are gonna
just, bro, if
happen.
a dude's just hanging out in the forest, bro.
But
Yeah,
like men
there's
have
something
gotten
off.
so
I'm
mad about
with
this
you on
because
that.
then the men
Why
have got
are
back
you
and go,
here?
well, let me tell you what would happen if a bear tried to rip your arm off. And women are like, no, like you just don't get it. So like the tension on
that's
this
why
fight
I want
has
bear.
exploded.
Yeah, Dev, I'm with you. I'd pick the bear.
Yes.
I'm on bear
there's
too,
a-
bro.
Let's go.
If there's a rando man just hanging out in the woods, like,
Why are you here?
bro, there's
Especially
something off
woodsmen
right there.
are extra creepy, right?
Yeah.
Like if you are a man in the woods
You
by
might get on
yourself,
all fours and be like,
So,
yeah.
I don't. All right,
This
we're
isn't a
running
folksy
we're
Justin
breaking
Timberlake
ways
man
here.
in the woods.
I view everything through the prism of can I whoop it? If I've got to defend myself, can I? And so,
What if you got a gun?
well, that's obviously going to. You're not taking that into
Or a knife.
consideration at the time.
but
I'm
what
just saying, if I've got to
shovel.
defend myself.
Yeah.
You have to concoct things about the man to make me fearful of him.
The Wyatt family.
What if the bear's just hanging out?
Run into the Wyatt
bear
family.
What
just
if it's
hanging out?
The Berenstein
Stop.
Bears.
The
They live
bear.
in their little
No.
home.
Winnie
I
the Pooh.
That's a cartoon. A real bear, I would have no chance against.
I've seen The Revenant.
I can't
Leonardo
fight him
DiCaprio
off. I
fended
can't
it
fight.
off.
I can't fight him off.
But like I said, they said like a bear is like they don't attack until they
they don't.
They don't attack.
The bears do. Yeah, just keep food away. The bears don't attack.
Just slide
unless
on
you
a
provoke
man,
them.
bro. He, like I said, he might have a shovel. He might have
Crazy man
a
in the
strap.
woods is one of
He
the
might have,
scariest
like,
brand of men.
There's for sure a lot of people have been killed by bears, so shut up.
Not What if a it's lot.
the Wyatt
Just
family?
don't provoke them.
89,000 women or
bet
girls
you-
were killed
I
intentionally in
bet you-
2022 by men.
More people have
The
been
guy in the
killed.
woods is lost. Like, there's a lot of questions here.
More people.
a lot of questions.
What if it's Justin Timberlake?
Yeah.
Man of the woods.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of that.
Yeah, I'm not scared of Man of the
That's a
Woods.
different
scared of
guy.
that.
If I'm
You
Britney
can't-
Spears,
I
yes,
can't
but I'm
guarantee. I
good.
can't guarantee the setup of who this man is.
Not scared of that.
You just
But-
turn and you look and you're like, oh. My
If I
first
just
assumption
turn
would be,
around-
this is Ted Bundy and I'm going to die.
All right, wait, time out.
I generally trust people, and maybe that's a flaw.
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
I
beautiful
generally
By
trust,
the way, hey-
and but I do not generally trust bears.
No.
My husband always tells me I should trust people
What are
less.
we talking about? Would you rather be thrown in a cage with a man?
That's different.
That's different. That's different.
Why?
It's a cage, bro. I can't
Yeah.
run. In a forest, I can take off.
And to be fair,
You
if it was
cannot
in a
outrun a
cage,
bear.
I feel like I'm
Bears
gonna
not
die
probably
either way.
chasing
They're not
after you,
chasing
though.
after me, bro.
Bears ain't
Shut
chasing
up.
after you.
I trust Rosa. He watches National
Yeah,
Geographic
the bears
reels.
typically ain't gonna run after you.
Every Dateline or CSI or psychological thriller
Here-
has somebody
But
in the
here's where
woods attacked by
Yeah,
human,
here's
not
where I
bear.
also go the other way too, like because what I understand what Chris is saying, can I whoop it? Because like the Unabomber, he was hanging out in the woods, but like, bro, the Unabomber wouldn't kill you if you just ran into him. Like he ain't really doing all that.
You don't know that.
No, he's trying to blow up government buildings. He's
Yeah,
not
but
trying
if
to
you-
just kill a random
if you were
citizen
a
out here in
person
the woods.
in the way of those ultimate plans, I'm sure he wouldn't mind having one more casualty along
Nah,
the way.
you're
You're
just
not, so the
walking
thing is,
along the way,
you're leaving out
like-
details with the man. Like I said, just a random dude.
But that's the point. Like if I would be petrified.
Yeah, for you, I
I
understand.
get scared if I'm on like a street by myself and there's just like one man and it's just us. The
Yeah.
thought in my head goes, "Am I okay?
Yeah,
Like, do I need to Krav Maga? Like, are we good here?"
Do you do Krav Maga?
I took a year of Krav Maga.
You got to put your hand on the pepper spray.
I have like a alarm thing. Like you pull it apart and it just is this blaring alarm
Really?
system. Yeah.
Yeah, my mom's got one of those.
Yeah, I think that was a hot Christmas present for
Yeah.
girls this year.
Yeah.
But no, I think it depends.
My mother-in-law
Black
gave me
bears
3.
don't really kill people, but grizzly bears for sure kill people.
Yeah, so it also depends on the kind of
Polar
bear.
bears for sure kill people.
Yeah, but I ain't
Okay,
gonna,
why-
we ain't
yeah.
gonna be anywhere where the
Polar
polar bear
bear,
is.
yeah. I ain't gonna be in the woods
yeah,
anyway.
Yeah, no, we're not in the Arctic.
It says in North America there have been 82 fatal attacks by black bears, 90 fatal attacks by brown bears, and it says from 2000 to 2017, so that's 17 years, 48 fatal bear attacks.
Only 48?
Yeah.
That's
27
not-
in the United States.
See, that's not many.
24 deaths caused by grizzly bears.
How many deaths caused by a psycho man?
A lot.
Probably more than that every day.
Yeah.
I'm good, bro.
Yeah, I'll take my
I'll
chances.
take my chances with the
I'll take
animal,
my
bro.
chances
Because
with the bear.
me in the forest,
Yeah.
me.
Help
with
the
a-
bear!
No, I'm good. I seen Get Out, bro. I'm good. I'm straight. I want to see an animal. I want to see a bear.
Yep.
We'll dap up, and I'll go the opposite direction.
Yeah.
You going, man?
If there's a random man
Yeah, I
who's
could
just
for sure-
hanging
I
out
could-
in the woods, like, dude, you're a creep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
You
creep.
probably have an
yeah.
axe, if not a gun.
Yeah.
If
Or a
not,
shovel.
I got it,
a
but what are
shovel.
the chances he could whoop me?
If he got a weapon,
Yeah.
You didn't say that. You just said I'm running into a guy.
Much like we
and
were
then
talking
you
about.
also have to say.
And what if he has a
By the
torture
way, we're all-
chamber?
this is the crazy thing about this is the psychology of where you people all live in fear. Now,
I wouldn't say
I
fear.
would not just expect if I saw someone, he's there to kill me.
No,
in
I don't
a
think
forest,
that. I
hell
don't- I
yeah.
don't
I'm
think that.
skeptical.
Stop.
If
The
I saw a
point is
random
that
dude in a
women
forest,
do live in fear, and like men do
Yeah.
not understand that women are base level. And it's not like we're like, ooh, I'm so scared everywhere I go. But there's a base level of fear everywhere that we go. Where that's why the answer for us is instantaneous. I texted all my friends this morning and I was like, hey, help me out with this hypothetical that I'm gonna do on
And
the
you
show
would
later.
rather-
And every single one said, bear, 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 of effing course, bear. Men are scary, bear.
Men are scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
people are weird, bro. And I don't know if this
You
dude.
really feel that way if you ran into a guy in the woods? Because truth be told, why the hell am I
in the woods.
Well,
that's the real
dude,
question.
You ain't gonna find me. I'm not an outdoors person.
Yeah,
so you
I don't
ain't finding
do
me in the woods.
I don't do no
anyway.
camping, no nothing, bro. I
Yeah,
watch
I'm
them in
not going
movies.
camping.
I would absolutely get
But while
lost
I
in the
was
woods.
in the woods, I would think it's crazy that there's a guy out there, but then I wouldn't just suspect that he's out there to find
That's why-
somebody to kill.
that's why I wouldn't trust him,
by
though.
yourself. You be with your husband.
That's why I wouldn't trust them.
Probably.
I wouldn't expect that the guy's out there to kill someone. Like, I guess people just think
Just
that
watch
way
how
now.
we kind of talked about how,
When
like,
you walk
know,
around, do you just think that people are out there to kill you?
No, not in the. I don't walk around the
I
woods
try
every
not to.
day.
I'm like you.
No, I don't think that.
In the woods, we live in Memphis. I'm
not
less scared of
worried.
walking the woods.
Hey, I'm scared as hell of the
That's
woods,
fair,
bro.
actually, in this
I've seen
city.
these movies, bro. They do
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah. Hey, for my
That's
people.
a movie.
I've read
No, I'm serious. No, like even like from back
How
people.
many people have you heard?
I'm
of
talking
getting
about.
killed
I'm
in
talking about
the
people. I'm
woods?
talking about people that look like me.
Well,
we
don't
can't
ever
hang out in
hear
the
from
woods,
them
bro.
again,
Women.
because it's in the woods.
Yeah, and
No.
women. I'm saying like people that look like me and women. We can't hang out in the woods.
How
I don't.
many times have you ever heard of a random encounter where a human killed another human in the woods?
That's we don't
Okay,
hear
so
from
take
them.
it to the next. So okay,
I don't
out
hang
of
out in the
woods.
woods.
Now, first of all, they ain't got electricity.
Let's go
They
out
ain't
of the
got
woods.
you live in the woods.
Would
You
you
ain't got a
stop?
cell phone.
It just doesn't happen.
Would you stop and help someone with car trouble? Or if you had car trouble, would you accept somebody stopping and
Where?
helping you on a random road?
Do I get to look at them first?
No.
No.
Not blind, nah. Because nowadays you never know
But
what
if
the
I
hell's going
saw
on.
that it was
Yeah,
like,
but that's okay. The point is, even if you saw, like, and I hate to use Ted Bundy multiple times, but he's a great example because he was like attractive, charismatic. That's how he always gets billed as. So these women trusted him because, like, hey, I really need some help getting something into my car, and then boom, you're dead. So I got the. Can I see the person first? It doesn't matter.
I just don't walk around thinking people are Ted Bundy. Like, I just don't.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't either. Like,
Just that
I
I
don't
think my
either.
general thought process is that I am on the side of people are generally good.
went
And
on-
yes, there are exceptions to that, and unfortunately, we have to watch them on the news every single night.
I feel like in certain
But I don't
situations you gotta be
walk
cautious,
around-
though.
I don't walk around like non-trustworthy just on the basis of that, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm more so like the surroundings of it. Like I trust most people, but like if I'm in a, if I assess the surroundings and I'm
Of
like,
course.
this ain't where I'm supposed to be
that's
right now.
human nature.
But that's human nature in this
Yeah.
situation. Like if I'm personally me, a black man walking in the woods, I don't know why I'm here, and I see a dude, I'm like, I'm good. I've seen this too many times.
Okay.
I've seen this too many times.
What if he's a black dude?
I've still
You dap him up.
Also,
Yes, you do.
Hey,
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna assess the situation. I'm gonna look at him and be like, hey, look, if you make
You for sure would not be
If-
worried.
if he
You'd be
hit me-
like, what's up, bro? What
Hey,
you doing in these woods?
if he-
hey, man, do you know so-and-so?
I'm be like, hey, look, I'm gonna look at him. Look, we make eye contact. We're gonna assess the situation. If you don't hit me a head nod, I'm gone. We out of there.
And then you say, respect your cousins.
Yeah. Like, y'all, we ain't family, bro. If I hit you with a head nod, you don't have. I'm out of there.
And I
I'm
run
out of
into
there.
the woods. I'm like, Devin, what are you doing? I ran into my
Yeah, my dog. We out of there, bro.
Real cousin or just somebody you call your cousin?
But no, if you don't give me the head nod back, I'm out. You know how many times I go out on Bill Street? You got to make sure you just assess the situation.
Everybody does that. That's human nature.
Yeah, that's the part of this.
Yeah.
I just rather run into a
You
damn
just-
animal.
But you would suspect that someone is in the woods as a murderer.
I give the bear a head
Even
nod
though
and say,
we've never,
thank you, have a good
you
day.
guys have never
Bye-bye.
heard of somebody just being a woods murderer. I've never heard of that.
Bro, that's what.
That's not where
hey.
murderers go. They don't just go to the woods and wait for somebody to
That's
show
not,
up.
people always say that
That's
in
not how
national.
this happens.
People say that people who go missing in national parks, like, there will be there are creepy people who live off the grid, and when people go missing in national parks, sometimes it's just assumed that they were murdered by someone.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
That's because they live off the grid. And
There was
you
also
don't hear
Gary
from
Hilton
it.
was
Like,
known as
I
the
don't-
National
You still
Forest
hear how
serial
people die.
killer.
If somebody would, like, walked out the woods and found a human with their head chopped off, you would assume
Maybe they eat
they
the
didn't
human.
die of natural causes.
Maybe they eat the human.
Shut up. Wait, how do you even think of this?
I watch way too many.
I watch the least TV of any of the four.
Yeah,
of
no,
us.
there's no
Hey,
doubt about that. No,
look.
you watch only sports on television.
Look,
we watch other weird
Well, I
stuff.
just
on
be like-
television.
Like, I'm
concocted that there's a head chopping cannibal in the woods.
I'm watching season 2 of The Jinx, which is about
will
this
bet
rich
you
guy
there
probably
are
murdered 3 women.
multiple.
Or 2 women and 1 man.
Why do you even think of that?
Because weird people hang out in the woods, bro.
Yeah, if you
I've never heard that.
People with white hoods and cowboy hats, they hang out over there, bro. People with white hoods definitely hang out in the woods. They got white hoods in the woods, bro. They got them pointed white hoods. Yeah, they got the secret meetings over there. That's where they hang out, bro. You ever seen the Django Unchained?
I guarantee you that dude who did the Richmond, north of Richmond, I guarantee you he knows some weird-ass people in the woods. Guarantee you he does.
There's for sure weird people in the woods. I'm not denying that.
You don't think they're
in like Appalachia, and I'm not trying to walk through there either.
Yeah.
Like, really anywhere around the University of Tennessee. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That's
okay.
Our car broke
driving
down.
distance.
Our car broke down
To there.
outside of the University of Tennessee, and this is one of like the peak male versus female differences of the world. And so it was like 3 a.m, and AAA said it was going to take hours.
Hell
and so there
no.
was a truck that was also stalled out in front of us. And Chris was like, "Let's just walk down the street a little bit and see, if anyone's in there and anyone who can help us." And I was like, "No, let's just stay in our car." He's like, "No, let's go for a walk. Like, what else are we going to do?" So we walked down, and the guy in the truck motions for us to come by, and then he invites us in his truck, and without skipping a beat, Chris is like, "Yeah, sweet, I've always wanted to see the inside of a truck," and I'm standing there like, "We are going to get murdered
I can't hang out with him, bro.
inside of the road."
Oh, I'll tell you this,
and then we were sitting in there, and he texted me, he goes, "We might get murdered in here, we need to get out immediately."
We can't. I ain't doing no exploration, bro. I'm gonna stay my ass over
and
here.
I also do understand that too, because I look it through a girl is not going to look at that encounter through the prism of, can I fight my way out of this? Right. Whereas a male will.
Yeah.
That was my immediate reaction, is I would be able to save myself from this situation against a person, but not an animal. On the other hand, like I get to your point, and this would be viewed very differently. My wife was stopped at a gas station, and her tire was low, so she was out filling up a tire, and a guy whipped up behind her car, almost blocking it in. Jumps out of the car and comes up to her, and she's like, I almost had a damn near panic attack.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because she's stuck, right?
Yeah.
The car's blocked her in with her, and he's like, hey, is your tire low? And she's like, yeah, I'm just fixing it. He's like, don't do that. Just get in the car. And she's like,
no.
She's like, what? And he's like, just get in the car, I got you. He filled up her tire. He's like, you have a good day.
Oh my God.
And drove away.
Yeah, see.
And she's like, it made me question like everything. Like, why didn't I just immediately think that he was just
gonna help.
truly helping me? And I'm like, there's still good people on earth, man.
There are. And then there's people who abuse.
Every once in a while, you're going to get reminded.
You're going to find a good person every now and
I had a
then,
cop who messed with me. When Chris and I first lived in Eastern Washington, we had like an hour drive between, and I'd be doing it after a weekend sports shift, and so it'd be like 1 a.m. And I drove, and this guy was like tailing me, and he would just keep speeding up and coming all the way to the back of my car and trying to get me to speed up, and I'd slow down, and I was like, I'm going to die on these, and it's like back roads of Washington. And I finally speed up to go away, and it was a cop like testing me, and he pulled me over and gave me a ticket. And I trust no one after that.
Yeah, see, I respect that.
But in that moment, like I can still think about how my heart was like, oh my God, this person's gonna rear end me and send me into a ditch, and I'm gonna die. And I'm like calling Chris. I'm like, hey, something weird is happening. But we all have those. So anyway, shout out to the Bears.
Shout out to the Bears. Y'all are real ones.
Shout out to the
I think
Bears.
they're cute.
Shout out to the.
If I ever get maimed by a bear, please don't replay this.
I guess. I don't know. This guy's like, he's like, and then they eat the people. What's wrong with you? All right.
Yeah, you were crazy. You wild as hell for that one.
Watch a lot of Law and Order.
All right.
Happens.
Law and Order.
Thanks to Jessica Benson. Thanks to Devin Walker. Thanks to John Roser. Across the Glass. We'll be back tomorrow. Until then, we go.